Welcome to Bishop McDevitt High School. Tonight we have Cedar Cliff Colts on the road against the Bishop McDevitt Crusaders. Tonight's game is presented by High School Sports Live on ABC 27, Faulkner Subaru, Faulkner Honda, and the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. I'm Todd McCall along with Jerome Presley. Jerome, tonight's matchup is one that we've been really thinking about for a long time. We've circled this. We've got a 7-0 Bishop McDevitt team versus a 6-1 Cedar Cliff team. Can Cedar Cliff quarters tonight and come away with this victory on the road?
Well, you talked about it, 4 quarters. We've had an opportunity to see this Bishop McDevitt team this will be the 4th time, and no team has been able to play and sustain 4 quarters of solid football. Well, the first thing is this Cedar Cliff team must believe that they can do this. One of the best things that probably could have happened to them was they lost last week to Lower Dauphin. Sometimes a loss refocuses you to come back on the field and do a little bit better. So that's what they're going to want to do today, is become real focused on this game. The next thing is going to be is really try to be able to play fundamental football. Those at home may think, what does fundamental football mean? Well, it means playing sound football where you limit your mistakes. Turnovers and penalties kill a team, kills drives, and they want to limit those. Last week against Lower Dauphin, they had 8 penalties and 3 turnovers. If they do that today against one of the teams that make you pay for penalties like no one else, this Bishop McDevitt Crusaders team, it will be a long night.
Well, it's home night. Strike up the band. Friday Night Football, High School Sports Live, presented by ABC 27 on Faulkner Subaru, Faulkner Honda, also sponsoring these great games. Tonight, we have a great matchup. Stick around. We'll be back with more after these messages.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt or add, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
As you can see, last year, I was just a little kid. Advanced Hoop shows me and my friends dribbling, shooting, and defense. Our favorite game is dribbling knockout and shooting knockout. Advanced Hoops!
Join us for our Christmas clinic and winter skill builders for ages 5 to 14. Register online or call today.
It's football time, Jerome. Welcome back to High School Sports Live here on ABC 27. Bishop McDevitt, Cedar Cliff. Now, Bishop McDevitt is 8-0. Cedar Cliff 7-1. Correction to that. Great game, great matchup. 4 quarters needs to be played, you said, Jerome, by Cedar Cliff. Can they do it? We've seen a lot of teams. I think one of the teams that we really thought played Bishop McDevitt, not despite of the score. Susquehanna Township played them very tough. They matched speed to speed. What do you think tonight you'll see Cedar Cliff try to do defensively, first of all, to try to stop that running game of Bishop McDevitt?
Well, I mean, defensively, you may have to commit more players to the box in order to stop the run. The problem is this McDevitt team can pass with Marsilio. They can throw the ball very well as well. So you have to play fundamental, like I said in the pregame, and they're going to get the ball first. So I think the big thing is, can they set the tone early and see if they can get points on the first opening drive of the game?
Well, conditions a little different here tonight when throwing the ball. The wind has started to pick up here at Rocco Stenzio Field, and what I want to talk about a little bit is, will that be a factor? I mean, we're down on the field, and I'm telling you right now, this is the coldest night we've seen in a long time, and it really feels like football season, but it's getting close to that playoff type of weather. The wind's blowing. Will there be a factor with this weather tonight?
It can definitely be a factor. I mean, the wind, like you said, the cold is not the issue. It's the fact that you have the wind coming, and that wind is supposed to pick up a little bit tonight. The one thing about quarterback Andrew Ford, he throws a very good ball, and what you need to cut through the wind is nice, tight spiros, throwing that ball through the wind. And typically, if quarterbacks that can do that are usually able to still have success in windy days.
We're set for kickoff. Bishop McDevitt, Cedar Cliff. Jacob Scott will take it across the 10. Come up making a great play. Nate Moreau, 26, coming up to talk. We will talk a little bit about him, Jerome. We will hear his name a lot tonight, number 26, Monroe.
Yeah, that number 26, Monroe, does play very tough. And I tell you, that was a tone setter for the Crusaders. That's a ball that's inside the 20. And now, for this Cedar Cliff team, you cannot make mistakes this far back. You got to see if you can establish a drive or score early, and see if you can put some points on the board early on this McDevitt team.
Andrew Ford and the Cedar Cliff offense. First down and 10 ball on the 14-yard line. Just underway here in the first quarter. Handoff right side. Coming up to make a total team defensive tackle is the Bishop Crusaders. The carry. That is Kevin Lentz. He's a sophomore. He's 6'2". He's 175. He doubles his receiver running back. But you see McDevitt sometimes, so often, that defensive line with Miles Turner, some of the guys on that defensive line, very hard to move. Cedar Cliff will need to basically fire off this line tonight. What's that trouble for that offensive line? Shotgun formation. Tight spiral as always. Left side. Pass completed. And that's Nick Broski, who you'll hear him tonight. That's a nice combination. Broski, Scott from Ford. Ford going to Virginia Tech. We've got a host of potential Division I players tonight here in the Mid-State.
Yeah, this is a scouter's dream right here. And I tell you what, that pass, that receiver could have went to the outside. I don't think he saw that the outside was wide open. That could have got him the first down. Still positive game. We're looking at a third down and about a long 5 yards. This is a big play for Cedar Cliff. If they can get this first down, keep this drive going, that's exactly what they want to do. Put the ball in the ball carrier, which is Andrew Ford, the one that's been carrying the bell for this team all year long.
Third down and 5. Rolling to his left with pressure, throwing incomplete. And it's 3 and out for Cedar Cliff right away. A great defensive stop by Bishop McDevitt. You can hear their crowd and the bells ringing tonight. Very good hold. And I tell you what, they're going to be in trouble if they're based. If they're under the 20-yard line with this defense and the pressure comes, where did that pressure come from?
Well, the pressure came. You saw a stunt coming from the outside by number 26. That's Nate Monroe. And also they're getting pressure up the middle. And what you want to do with a quarterback as good as Ford is get him pressure and get him pressure right in his face. That forced Ford to go to the outside. He threw the ball to throw it away early.
Robinson will take the ball across the 50-yard line. He's very dangerous when he has it. Crossing the 40-yard line, still on his feet. Across the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Bishop McDevitt, just like that. Can you kick to this guy?
Well, there you go. What happens? You don't get the first down. You punt it to a dangerous player. What happens? He makes you pay for it on the very next play. We talked about that in the pregame. And there you go, just good blocking. Robinson does it all. He gets upfield, gets north and south on the punt return, and he gets right in the end zone. That's a very good start for McDevitt, not such a good start for Cedar Cliff.
Once he gets to the outside, his shoulder's square, he just leaves the competition. That's the only way you can say it. What an amazing play to start off right here. Bishop McDevitt up 6, just like that.
Well, again, he makes you pay for it. That's exactly what happens. He makes you pay for it.
Swigert, point after is up, and it's good. Bishop McDevitt 7, Cedar Cliff nothing. More high school sports live football after these messages.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
You're watching high school sports live on ABC 27. Bishop McDevitt just tuning in. They're up 7-0 on a Robinson touchdown. And there he is, a great shot. You know what I can say about this outstanding man? He's a leader in the classroom and a leader on the field. He puts Bishop McDevitt up early. Vito off to the left side, and Bishop McDevitt can. There's some fire right now. There's some definite fire in this team's run.
And again, kick coverage. I mean, you know, you're Cedar Cliff. You cannot get out of your own end zone and get a good kick return to save you this game. I mean, it's the second time they're pinned back again. So they have to establish something. Ford has to get this offense going, because if not, this could be a long day. Right now, McDevitt is up 7-0. The game is still in reach for you. You just have to establish some type of drive right here and get confidence in this offense to get some rhythm.
Twin receivers on your screen that you can't see, and single receiver to the left, give off to the right side, and not a whole lot there.
And I'll tell you, Todd, this Cedar Cliff team has to run the ball. They still have to run the ball. They can't just rely on Ford to throw the ball. They have to test that defense. The problem is this run defense for Bishop McDevitt is very good. They have a lot of size up front, and they are extremely, extremely hard to move, led by number 45, Miles Turner, 6'2", 290 pounds in the middle of that defense.
That last give on the right side was Malone. That's a junior, he's 6 foot. That's Noah Malone. He's about 185 pounds. To see him carry the ball a lot tonight. Shotgun formation for Ford. Second down is 7. Ford rolling his left side, has pressure from Pulaski. He drops the ball off, and it's completed. And that's Borowski off to the left side. And the pressure right now on Ford, as you mentioned, you'll look on our replay. It's unbelievable. He really hasn't had a time to really set. He's rolling left, and Pulaski comes up the middle and really hits him, and he got the ball off.
And Todd, it's immediate pressure. As soon as he fades back, he doesn't have time. You know, quarterbacks have that clock in their head. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. He has pressure right in his face early, and that's one of the keys for this McDevitt team. They want to keep Ford off balance.
Ford looking for the screen on the right side, had nobody, drops back, and there's nobody on the left side, and he gets hit and taken down, and we got flags on the play. Ford is coming up a little bit slow. He's been hampered by that shoulder, and it's not his throwing shoulder, it's his right shoulder.
Well, here's the problem. Ford this season has had the left shoulder injury as well. He injured his left shoulder early in the preseason. So he had that going for him, and then he injured his shoulder a couple weeks ago as well. So that gives you an idea that every hit could be difficult. When you hurt a sprain, you sprain playing your shoulders, that could be a big-time problem for you. When you're throwing shoulder, it takes the velocity and maybe the accuracy off. When not throwing shoulder, every time you get hit the turf in this cold weather, they're not warmed up.
The punting crew on. 3 and out again, second possession. They've had the ball 6 times, Cedar Cliff has. Robinson touched it once for a touchdown.
I mean, I kicked him.
And you're right. Probably the best time not to kick to him.
Yeah, not to kick to him, because, I mean, even when he hasn't taken it the distance, he's always had good returns. I mean, he's a great returner.
Marsilio and crew coming out. They'll have their first possession of the game. They're up 7-0 on a Robinson touchdown. 8:21 to play, first down and 10. The ball will be spotted on the 44 for Bishop McDevitt. When we talked about matchups that we've seen Bishop McDevitt really dominate a football game from pretty much start to finish. But the team that matched up really well, Susquehanna Township. You looked at the score we mentioned. It didn't look like it, but speed-wise, they matched up very well against McDevitt. What were some of those things that you remember them doing effectively, and can Cedar Cliff do some of those similar things?
Well, I think one of the things Susquehanna Township, when we say we matched up, they had the athletes to match up, but that ended up being a difficult game for them. And actually, one of the teams that matched up with them very well was Central Dauphin. Central Dauphin actually had the lead. They were up 2 touchdowns on Bishop McDevitt when they played them. The problem is they couldn't sustain that lead, and that was the issue. So matching up with Bishop McDevitt is difficult. You can't necessarily think about matching up. You have to focus on playing your game, which is limiting your turnovers, limiting the mistakes, and coming up and doing things like that. Coming up and make solid tackles for no gain.
Robertson on his first carry will be no gain. And Robinson will be taken down. And as you said, come up and make that play just like that. 7:24 to play, 3rd down and 6. Marsilio gets the call from the sideline.
Big defensive down for this, this Cedar Cliff team. This is a big defensive down. If they can get a stop here, that would be very, very big for this defense.
Marsilio has twin receivers right and left. With time, looking downfield, throws the ball on the money, connects to Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall will be drugged down about the 18-yard line.
And that's the problem. You don't get pressure on the quarterback. He sits back, and he has a plethora of weapons out there to throw to. He throws a dart downfield, and a big gainer for this Crusader team, and they are on the move right now.
Jacob Scott playing both ways, come over to make the tackle. 1st down and 10, the ball on the 19-yard line. Fourth play of this first possession. Coming off the left side is I said Lawson is Tyrone Gibson. Gibson picking up big yardage. Take the ball down to be spotted around the 4-yard line. Just put him in motion, Jerome.
Yeah,
and athletes do their thing.
You spread them out. You saw a spread look. One of the receivers goes in motion. You spread that defense out, give the handoff, and let the speed and athleticism take the way from there. And that's exactly what happened. And now McDevitt on the 1-yard line with the chance to put up another touchdown on Cedar Cliff.
1st down, we'll say the ball spotted about the 2. Robinson on the right side. Robinson up the middle, touchdown. Bishop McDevitt, they put another one on. First possession, 5 plays capped off by a 2-yard touchdown. And look at the youngsters. They're excited over here wearing their orange tonight. Let's take another look at it. Just fire off the line, Jerome, and give it the ball to your workhorse.
Give it to the workhorse. And again, we've seen Andre Robinson from the beginning of the season. We saw the work that he has done in the offseason. You're seeing now, especially late in the year, he's still running with power and with emphasis, and just playing excellent football.
Extra point is blocked.
The extra point was blocked. More football after this message. Just stay tuned.
13, Cedar Cliff, nothing.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt or add, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, They came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Welcome back. High School Sports Live on ABC 27. Swaggart set to kick to Jacob Scott. Actually, Mike Vita will take the ball, cross the 20-yard line, still on his feet, to about the 25-yard line, make it 26. Coming up to make the tackle is Anthony DeScent, a junior, 5'10", 165 pounds. Down 14-0 early. They can bury you pretty quick, Jerome.
They can.
Let's play inside the huddle. What did you tell your team in that last time out?
Well, I think the first thing is we finally got the ball out of the our own red zone. So now we're at the 26. We got to simmer the guys down. There's a lot of time. A touchdown, just one touchdown puts you back in the game. So you're not out of the game, but you have to establish some type of offense today. We've seen Cedar Cliff try to establish the running game. We've seen Ford fade back and try to throw, and this offensive line has to do a better job of protecting him.
First down and 10. The ball's on the 27-yard line. Ford with time. Give him time. He's dangerous. He connects. Staying on his feet across the 45-yard line, and almost the 50-yard line, drugged down.
And
there
you said
with time.
You said he got, when Ford gets time, he is dangerous, and you saw that. He had time to set his feet, deliver a beautiful ball, and we all know he throws a very good ball as a lefty. And that ball came out, good first down, good movement of the ball for the Cedar Cliff team.
He's going to fit in very well with that Virginia Tech football team. Tonight, we've talked about it, mentioned it earlier in pregame. A lot of potential Division I players and Division II players out here on the field tonight in Mid-State. Very special place to watch football. Scott back to pass, Ford back to pass, he connects. Beautiful ball to Noah Malone, the junior, 6', 165, and just like that, knocking on the door will be Cedar Cliff.
And that's where a little bit of air on the football with this win may have carried it a little bit more, because that could have been a touchdown if it was more in play. That could have been a touchdown. Good route, good throw. Remember, it's windy, so it may have got a little bit of air on it, but great ball and reception by number 13, Noah Malone.
The ball hit him right in the hands, right on stride. Beautiful ball, guys. That's why he's going to Virginia Tech, if you've just tuned in. 5:36 to play, first down 10. The ball's on the 23-yard line, Rolling out of Scott's. Jacob Scott gets in the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. Yeah, unbelievable. Cedar Cliff comes right back with that connection that you've seen all year. They're averaging 239 yards in air. How many Mid-State teams are doing that?
Well, I'll tell you what you did see was you're starting to see the coaching staff they roll the pocket. That's exactly what you do. When pressure comes, roll the quarterback out, and you see a seam route coming up the middle with good pass, good ball, good design play, and just a great effort at the end to get that touchdown.
That might be one of my favorite plays of the season right there. Look at Scott on the very end, the extension, the varsity extension over the pylon.
Right, and we said they needed to score quickly and get a score on this drive, and that's exactly what they did. Now they're back in the game. Cedar Cliff is back in this game.
6 plays, point after, up and good. A 6-play drive, Cedar Cliff back on the board, 5:29 to play. More football after these messages.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Welcome back here to Bishop McDevitt. Jerome, I tell you, it's cold tonight. When I say cold, with that wind whipping up, this is something that for Bishop McDevitt and Cedar Cliff, both teams potential, playoff teams to go link the end of the playoffs. Yeah. And there's occasions where you get snow on the field.
Yeah, I mean it's cold now. I'm bitter right now.
Literally,
literally, I'm bitter. And but yeah, we're doing what we got to do. But yeah, the one thing about playing on the field though, this weather is perfect for them, with the exception of the wind. It's perfect for those guys. I mean, you definitely once you get warmed up, you're doing okay. You get the adrenaline going, they're fine. Maybe some of the guys that aren't playing much, they're a little chilly like we are, but the guys that are on the field, they're going to feel a little bit better. I mean, the temperature's still dropping. You get that adrenaline going. But one of the things we did see, Todd, is that scoring potential for Cedar Cliff and how quickly they can score. That's what you saw on that play. I mean, bam, 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 touchdown. And that's what they needed to do to get themselves back in the game. Now, they're down one possession.
Marsilio sending his receiver in motion. Gives to Robinson on the right side. Robinson, his second carry of the game, will pick up about 6 yards. Call it 5, make it a second down and 5 from the 25-yard line.
And there you saw Lawson gets the carry. One of the things about Lawson is, people like to say because he's smaller than Robinson that he's that change of pace back. I just think he's a different back. I wouldn't say change of pace. I think on any other team in the mid-state, he would be a starting running back and probably be close to 1,000, if not over 1,000. Here he shares time, as Andre Robinson is the bell cow for this McDevitt team.
Flags. Looked like there was a little bit of movement or legal procedure call. That's going to go against Bishop McDevitt. This is their second possession. Second possession. When we talk about this football team, Bishop McDevitt, second down and 10, the ball's at the 20. They're potentially, they can grind the game. Right. They can grind that running game. Or they hit you with the big plays.
They can do everything. I mean, that's the one thing about this team. They don't have a lot of holes and chinks in the armor. I mean, if you stack the box, we saw what Marsilio does, bomb down the field. If you play coverage, you see them run the ball with Lawson and Robinson. So they're able, with that offensive line, to pretty much do whatever they want most of the time against most teams.
Bishop McDevitt's going to need a timeout. It's going to be a second down and 10. The ball's going to 20. We'll stay right here, Jerome. I'm not sure what Marsilio, when he came to line, what he saw. But let's take an opportunity right now to throw it down to Charlie Fortney, who's on the field, standing by with an interview. Charlie?
We're here with Mary Ellen Krapp, the Vice President for the National Honor Society at McDevitt. Mary Ellen, are you excited to have your team and some of your classmates live on TV tonight?
I'm really excited, especially since it's senior night and everyone's going out there and doing their best.
So being Vice President of the National Honor Society, what's that entail? How large is the National Honor Society at McDevitt?
We have about 30 seniors and 30 juniors, and some of our main things are tutoring and service projects, so we take care of all of that.
So you're quite an athlete yourself. You're in cross country. What other sports do you participate in?
I also do track and field.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Mary Ellen. What a wonderful young lady. And that's the great thing here at Bishop McDevitt. In both schools, Central, Cedar Cliff, kids being involved, Jerome. They're athletes. They're also in service projects. And this is the great time of life. Put me back in high school right now, I'm telling you. The confidence I have now.
And we're wimps, man. She didn't even have a heavy coat on.
She didn't have a heavy coat on.
Armor on, and she's up there. I feel like a little wimp, man. She's sitting there just willing, and she was up here waiting, and she's waiting, and we're talking about the cold, and she's like, yeah, it's nothing.
It was not a problem. Thank you, Mary Ellen.
For her. Good for her, Mary Ellen.
Last two plays, Marsilio has missed his connections. And, we've seen the growth of Marsilio.
We have.
But this is a great stop for Cedar Cliff.
Great stop for Cedar Cliff. I think one of the things that I am surprised with was that on that drive, Cedar Cliff or McDevitt decided to go throw the ball as much as they did when, you have such a good running game. Why not just establish the run? We've seen them do that before, but I think they're trying to get that touchdown back pretty quickly. Almost had a turnover for Cedar Cliff that was dropped. Number 17, Kyle Smith, almost had an interception on a couple plays ago that should have been an interception. So McDevitt actually got out of that one, and it could have been a lot worse.
Swiggert's punt came up short and took a Cedar Cliff roll. They're going to have the ball with their best field position tonight. This is their fourth possession of the game. They scored on the last actual possession. They went 5 plays. They hooked up forward to Scott. They've been doing that all year. 26 touchdowns by air, and we said 246 plus yards in the air. That's pretty rare.
It is
see
rare.
that kind of combination.
It definitely is.
That explosive.
And that's why you have a Division I prospect that is going to Virginia Tech. He's that good, and this team is that good. Now, you saw some of the differences in the offensive line. They're not just dropping forward back. They're moving the pocket. That's what you do to help combat that pressure.
Motion, shotgun formation for Scott. As you said, Jerome, he's rolling left. He connects forward to Scott, connects. The ball is going to cross the 25-yard line, and just like that, another great opportunity.
Roll him to his left. You see the pocket roll that gives Ford more time. Pass play is successful. Now what you could see that could combat that, though, is you start seeing McDevitt actually bring more pressure off that right side, which is Ford's left, in his face. That may change, and if I'm the defensive coordinator, that's what I might start doing, because so far, that's the only place that they've rolled was left. And that's Ford's strong side, his strong arm.
Monroe and Gibson out here on man coverage. Ford looking a little bit like Montana, or excuse me, Peyton Manning going up and down the line, changing the call, maybe audible.
He's changing his protection, which is even better.
He's going to connect just like that across the 10-yard line.
You don't see many high school quarterbacks that's able to do that. You saw him change his protection, move the back from one side to the other, change the protection. Number 17 was moved over.
That's Kyle Smith.
And that's Kyle Smith. Changed the protection, got some extra blocker on that side, gave him more time, and you saw him deliver a beautiful ball. They're in scoring position once again and able to possibly take the lead.
First down, ball spotted on the 8. The give is to Smith on the left side. Miles Turner's initially came up to make the tackle. Third play of this drive.
And I like the call. Pulaski comes up, makes a solid tackle, but I like the call. You still have to run the ball. You have to make McDevitt respect the fact that you can run the ball and not just sit back and play coverage. And that's the one thing. This McDevitt run defense with Pulaski is very, very good, but you still got to test it.
Ford over 60 yards on the night with a touchdown already. Second down and 8. The ball will be spotted on the 8-yard line early here late in the first quarter. 3:02 to play. Ford rolling. Looking back in the end zone, just missing Scott.
Scott was open,
and
too.
He was open. Right now, Ford's telling himself, give me that one again.
You saw him slap his hands like, darn, I missed that one.
I'd make that play 99.9% of the time.
And this is that, percentage time that I didn't make it. And you see him for the first time, he actually ran to, and this is what I wanted to see. How does he do when he rolls to his off strong arm, which is his right side? And there, the ball just got a little bit away from him. But hey, if he would have connected on that gave them an opportunity to take the lead.
3rd and 8, a big third down. Defensive play for Bishop McDevitt. Ball is going to be spotted on the 8-yard line. And Cedar Cliff's going to take a timeout. And Jim Catapio, head coach, is going to come out on the field. We'll be back. Stay tuned with more after this message.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt your ad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
3rd down and 8, 2:54 to play. Ford sending Scott in motion. Rolling to his right side, feeling the pressure from Pulaski. He's going to step up the middle and fire it, and it's going to be a touchdown, Cedar Cliff. Unbelievable.
That was, and I'll tell you what.
He made that play happen.
The way Ford saw that, I mean, it was as if he thought to take off out of the corner of his right side. He sees his receiver open, and he throws a bullet, so much so. And I'll tell you, this McDevitt secondary was concerned coming in this game how they were going to defend Ford. Now, they got pressure on the early drive. Now, you're like we said, the coaching staff is doing different things to make sure that Ford has time. And now Cedar Cliff is taking the lead. This is a game.
14-13. We've got a great game. More after these messages.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Very excited, Jerome, to be calling a game like this tonight. My question to you was, Jerome, can Cedar Cliff play 4 quarters of football?
Yep.
Can they sustain it? Look at this. Looking at the scoreboard, they're up 14-13.
Can they sustain it? Big
Twice now, Ford has connected to Scott for touchdowns. Robinson across the 10. And he's going to get it back to about the 20-yard line. Good special teams coverage by Cedar Cliff. And something that I've talked to you about numerous times is not kicking to people. And I've heard you say, Jerome, almost like the true defensive player you were.
Right.
You said you got to give your special teams a chance. You kick it to him once in a while.
Yeah, I mean,
give him a chance.
You have to give him a chance, and it's having confidence in your kicking team, and that's important too.
2:41 to play, 14-13. Bishop McDevitt. The momentum has switched completely for Coach Rector and his staff. Let's talk about the job that Jim Catafio has done settling Cedar Cliff, the football program, getting them back to where they are right now.
Well, he's definitely selling the program, and what I liked about what he did was he adjusted. He didn't just drop Ford back like we talked about. He started moving the pocket, doing different things to give Ford time. When Ford has time, Ford is dangerous. When Ford has time, it puts pressure on the secondary to defend him. And I don't care how good your secondary is. The more time a quarterback like this has to throw the ball, it puts pressure on you, and you have to cover for a longer period of time. Advantage offense.
2nd down and 10, third possession for Bishop McDevitt. 20-yard line here. Big play on the waning moments of the first quarter. Marsilio in shotgun. He's got single receivers right. The give is to Robinson. Robinson looking for a hole, puts his helmet down, and that's what he can do. The grind-out running game. And Jerome, you're kind of enjoying playing coach tonight. I got to give that to you. Call this play and what he does right here.
Well, I mean, I think the thing is you're getting the offensive line, you're getting multiple offensive linemen pull into the left side along with the fullback. Robinson gets the ball, and you see him trying to pick his way through, trying to pick and see if he can get a hole so he can burst through. The one thing I love about him is he's so powerful. He doesn't just go down by an arm tackle. You have to rally and tackle him with everyone, with gang tackling, wrapping, and bringing him to the ground, and that's exactly what you saw eventually.
And Jerome, I used to play that type of football.
No, you didn't.
In 3rd grade.
No, you didn't.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, you didn't. You didn't play it in 3rd grade, 2nd grade, 1st grade, preschool. You didn't. You're up here with me enjoying this game.
Marsilio's pass is incomplete, and after you completely broke down my football career, I'll just continue to call the game.
I believe in your dreams you did. I believe in your dreams you did, and that's pretty cool. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You know, you're very good up here with me.
Okay,
hanging out here.
That. 1:46 to play. Bobby Swaggart set to punt.
Another hold for Cedar Cliff again. Another hold. The defense is tightened.
Let me ask you this question. You kick to Jacob Scott right now.
Again, I'm going to trust my coverage team and say absolutely yes.
They go to Scott's side. The ball's going to bounce out of bounds. Again, give Cedar Cliff good field position right now. Let's play defensive coach, defensive coordinator. Do you go back with your zone package? You stack the line? Do you say, all right, run against us? We're going man defensively? I mean, what do you call here to stop this momentum for Cedar Cliff?
Again, you got to try to get pressure on Ford. So you're seeing that they're moving the pocket, okay? They've moved the pocket. They've gone left side twice. they've gone right side once, but he went on not a scheduled right side rollout. So you got to start getting pressure from those right or left sides when he's rolling out and see if you can break up his rhythm.
Last 2 possessions for Cedar Cliff has resulted in a touchdown. Ford's pass incomplete. Coming up to actually, he overthrew Malone, but Malone has shown good hands out of that backfield.
He's shown good hands, and you know, you can tell there's a lot of receivers on this roster that can catch the ball and that can go up and get it when Ford puts it, because he puts it right on you. He puts it on you for the most part. He was a little high on that throw, but he puts it on you for the most part.
Now, Noah Malone, good news for Cedar Cliff. He's only a junior. We've talked tonight. We've called guys out, sophomores, juniors. This team, both teams really have some youth, some people back next year. So we should see great football from both of them again.
Good play.
Give to the left side. And picking up great yardage is Kyler Smith. He's a senior. He's 6 foot, 180 pounds.
And that's what you have to do. You must make McDevitt respect the run. Smith gets north-south pretty quickly. Good blocking on the play. McDevitt is now on their heels a little bit defensively. We haven't seen that consistently all year. We've covered McDevitt.
Bobby Swaggart, the punter, came all the way across from the opposite side to make the tackle. And he's kind of a do-everything little guy. You know, Swaggart comes out and punch. You'll see him come out and play defense. Ford rolling to his left. It's on first down. He's going to complete. Making a move. Over the right side is Jacob Scott. The ball will be spotted on about the 14-yard line.
And ladies and gentlemen at home, what you are seeing is a quarterback that is in his rhythm. Ford is in rhythm. And right now they are doing everything they need to do to get the ball out of his hands quickly into his playmakers' hands. And they're making McDevitt play coverage. They have to cover right now, and more so than any other time. And we said that. This will be probably the best quarterback they've seen all year.
Mike Prolosky and Nate Monroe coming up to make the tackle. And actually, Scott was a bit elusive. He made a move on, and I'm not used to seeing a move made on Monroe like Scott put on.
Yeah, Scott's a good player. Monroe, we all know how good Monroe is.
Left side give is to Malone. And there might be a fumble on the play.
I think the officials blew it dead. The officials are blowing it dead.
Are they blowing it dead? Is it on the ground?
They're blowing it dead. Yeah, I saw the line judge on the left side blew it dead pretty early. We'll get a chance to see it up here.
Taking another look at it.
Now, if forward progress was stopped and the official blows the whistle, the play is dead at that moment, regardless when the ball comes out afterwards. And I think that's what may be called right now, is that one of the officials may have blown the whistle, which would have made the play dead at that moment.
Kyler Smith hit the hole very hard. Plays dead. Swaggart came up to make the initial tackle. You see the ball bouncing around. And just like that, 14-13, Cedar Cliff up. More with second quarter action coming right up.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
This is our first live matchup. If you're just tuning in, Bishop McDevitt, Cedar Cliff, and Charlie Fortney, the guys at High School Sports Live, Durham, do they know how to pick football? You know, Charlie probably said, you know what, I'm going to think about this. I'm going to pick the best matchup in the Keystone I can. Yep. I'm going to make sure it's a great game for everybody at home.
And voila!
And boom, here we go, magic.
To you fans at home to see this live event. Two great programs. I mean, it's just good to see the parity in the Keystone has been very good with Lower Dauphin and these two clubs right here, Susquehanna Township, who definitely wanted a better year. Just so much going on with this Keystone division.
Andrews Ford's pass
was incomplete to Borowski. 11:56 to play here, just second quarter underway. And Bishop McDevitt missed a Swaggart point after. And at first, I thought as McDevitt came out, no big deal. But anytime you miss one, and you get a Cedar Cliff team that can score in bunches with that air game, the air attack, they're over 100 yards now in passing already. You say to yourself, man, every little mistake.
My thing is points are points, regardless if it's 1 point, 6 points, 7 points is points. And you can lose a game by a point too, so it's big.
Coming up at halftime is Eric Epler and Charlie Fortney will talk with us a little bit. And you hear that crowd from Cedar Cliff? Yes, it's another touchdown.
Wow.
Just like that, Ford connects.
And hey, man, we're seeing,
unbelievable.
This is the first time that we've seen McDevitt secondary be tested like this. And again, it's just a one-on-one play. Both receivers go up for the ball, and the corner is not even looking for the ball. Perfect ball, only thrown to where the receiver can get it. Number 17, Kyle Smith, goes up and gets the ball, and Cedar Cliff is in command of this game right now.
More to come after these messages.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Second quarter action. Cedar Cliff up 21-0. Or 21-13. I really mistake said 21-0. Bishop McDevitt Crusaders are not going to like that 8 tie. We put 13 points on the board, and you know us. We're Bishop McDevitt. We're coming back here with this possession, their fourth possession of the first half.
Right.
What did Coach Wechter talk to his team about that timeout? He was very fired up, very, you know, this guy is he gets on those guys, but it's a very positive way he gets on them. But he's trying to answer the call right now, and he's talking to his players. We need a step-up play right now.
Yeah, he definitely wants a step-up play, but please remember, this McDevitt team is young. There are a lot of juniors and sophomores on this team as well. So this is a good test to see how well they handle adversity of being down 21-13 to a team that has taken command of the game on them. And this will be a character game for them. Can they realize they're in the game right now, and they have to play hard.
The banners are all out here for Bishop McDevitt. The crowd is here. The cold didn't keep him away. The give was to Robinson. Robinson picked up 7 yards on the last carry. You go back to him, Jerome?
I would go back to him because I think it establishes some sort of rhythm with your offense. Robinson, as we can see right here, does a very good job of that.
Robinson down the sideline. Putting the afterburners on. Crossing over, and he will be in the end zone. Will be signaled, or will he be down?
He's going to be down
at the 1 yard line.
No, they're going to get him at the 3.
At the 3, call it. Listen to this crowd right now. Just what Bishop McDevitt. Take another look at it.
And what I like to call Robinson, he's the calmer. When there's a lot of stuff going on, and you need some consistency to your offense, and your offense to get to the point where it's ready to simmer down, slow down that Cedar Cliff team, you give the ball to your bread guy. He's the one that gets the yardage, the tough yardage, and can break it the distance. He gets a big run, gets you right back into this game.
He has 2 touchdowns already, one of 45, one of 2. First down and 3.
give. Robinson on the left side, putting his head down, coming up to make a great play. And that might make the hit parade later coming up in the second half, Jerome. That was Kyler Smith. He came up, who has a touchdown on the last possession. He come up and make a tackle.
And that's what you need to do. It's not about throwing a shoulder into a run to Andre Robinson or putting your arm out. You need to come up, both hands, use your body, form tackle, wrap your arms, and get him to the ground. Because if you do it any other way, he's going to run right through you into the end zone.
And that was Jordan Stiles, the junior, for Cedar Cliff, come up to make the hit as well. 2nd down and 4. Look at this, no backs, putting him in motion. Oh, and it's going to be early move at Kobe White. That's going to be, I really think. Let's first of all talk about what we saw. We got, that's going against McDevitt. They went with that no back look, but they were going to bring Kobe across the motion and give it to him on the quick one, see if he can get to the outside.
Exactly, and that's what you call spreading out the defense. When you see when there's no back and you have receivers on both sides, you're trying to spread out the defense, get those linebackers out of their base package, get them to the outside, and then you can use your speed, athleticism to get to the outside and get in the end zone. But penalty on the play brings you back 5 yards.
It's going to drop him back 5, 2nd down and 9, same formation. Twins on your right, Kobe in motion. White split out to the right. He's going to cross the 10-yard line, stay on his feet. Touchdown, Bishop McDevitt, just like that. Oh, wait, they're going to say he's down. I called it too early.
They didn't give it to him.
And you know what? The Bishop McDevitt crowd's calling it too, Jerome.
Hey, I kind of thought he got it, unless one of his feet got out.
Let's take a look.
We'll get a chance to see it. See if he stepped out. Yeah, he may have stepped out. He may have stepped out. Not sure. He may have stepped out. It looks like his feet may have been on the line just a little bit. That may have negated that touchdown.
And Charlie Fortney has the best call in that seat in the house. I think he said it wasn't a touchdown either. But right now, right back at you. Marsilio on the keeper, 1 yard away. Touchdown, Bishop McDevitt. Do you go for 2, Jerome?
You know, I think they can. I don't think they have to right now. They know that they have the ability to do it. One of the things that we've seen so far, anything that's short yardage you give to Robinson, he always goes forward. He has not been really stopped back at all. So they could go for it and try to go for a running play with Robinson, or they can try to open it up and throw it. But, you know, I'm always one that you don't want to leave points on the board if you have an opportunity.
Well, they're bringing Swaggart onto the field. Bobby Swaggart, the punter, but there's a call in the huddle. Is he calling for the point after? It's up to the offensive line if they do go for it. Anthony Long and Jordan Mosley and Devin Dibler and Kendrick Lewis and Tommy Moore. All these guys who've been doing it all year long, they're going for it. Swaggart's putting him in, or Marsilio's in. Uh-oh, and it goes against him. But wait a minute. I'm confused only for a second. Swaggart, the kicker, came on to take it.
Not sure what, you know, because why wouldn't you have Marsilio in the game? I mean, he's your breadwinner, but I think they wanted to switch up the look a little bit to see if the Colts would bite it and end up 5 yards back.
Right now, the task for Anthony Long and Jordan Mosley and Devin Dibler. Devin, the son of longtime coach Rob Dibler at Steel High and Bishop McDevitt. Rob Dibler now the athletic director at Susquehanna Township. Right. Rob was on the field earlier for senior night. Marsilio back in. They've got a little bit longer to go for this 2-point conversion. Pressure coming on the left side. Marsilio's going to run for it, come back and throw, and it's going to be incomplete. Pressure came from the left side. How big is that hold on the 2-point conversion?
It is. I think it's a big hold. I think it's good defense.
High School Sports Live, ABC 27. More football after these messages.
Thinking of a new Ford? Think no more. Let Hoffman Ford make it easy for you. During their 60th anniversary sales event, 60 new Fords, 60 hours to sell, at $60 under invoice. Yes, all vehicles will be clearly marked at $60 below invoice. Plus, you receive all factory incentives, interest rates as low as 0%, and rebates as high as $5,750. And during this sale, you'll receive 115% of Kelley Blue Book Fair Trade for your present car at Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Online at HoffmanFord.com.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full line equipment representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Welcome back to Rocco Attenzio Field. Vita and Scott back to receive. Swaggart's kick. And Jake Scott's going to let it roll in the end zone, and they're going to get the ball at the 20-yard line. 9:49 to play. 21-19, Cedar Cliff up. People tuning in, if you're just tuning in, it might surprise you, but maybe it shouldn't surprise you when we know the air attack. Now, coming into this game before the Lower Dauphin game, in the first 5-6 games,
right,
Cedar Cliff averaged 40 points, and we've talked to people. They could score with anyone.
Score with anyone.
Lower Dauphin exposed some aspects to Cedar Cliff's game. Came away with the 17-7 loss. Thinking about this, maybe that might have been the best thing that happened to Cedar Cliff coming in this game.
We talked about that at pregame. It's sometimes a loss when you're a good team and you're trucking along, you're winning, and you get that loss, it refocuses you. And I think that's what you saw. Right now, Cedar Cliff hasn't made many mistakes so far. They're playing pretty good football right now. And you're seeing right here a good example of that. A quick out screen play. You got your quarterback that's now in rhythm. You're able to establish something. And right now, the only way any team can go toe-to-toe with Bishop McDevitt is you cannot make a bunch of mistakes against them, and you have to strike when you can. And that's what you've seen so far. Now, on the flip side, I love what I'm seeing from McDevitt. This is the first true test that we've seen all year, and I think they've responded extremely well up to this point, coming back and scoring, getting back to their bread and butter with running the ball. And I think that's what's important to see. So both teams right now are playing some good football.
Ford's pass was connected to Smith. Marazzo on the tackle from Bishop McDevitt. Scott back to pass, throwing perfect to Smith. Smith going to make a move on the 40-yard line, dancing, and he's still on his feet, crossing the 30-yard line, and it's going to take 6 McDevitt defenders to bring him down. Nate Monroe come up to make the initial tackle and a hold.
I'll tell you what, how good of a receiver can you be when you have a quarterback that's putting the ball on the money the way Ford is putting the ball on the money?
You're right.
Right now, these receivers are able to do a lot of things, and you see hands on hips for this Bishop McDevitt defense and some confusion in that secondary. And it's not like they're missing and blowing assignments. This is one-on-one defensive coverage against these receivers, and the quarterback is putting the ball right on the money.
Bishop McDevitt's going to take a timeout. And you know what surprised me a little bit, and I shouldn't say surprised me, but really has came on here starting the second quarter on, is the play out of Kyler Smith. He's done. They give him the ball out of the backfield.
Right.
They've hit him out on that
He's
little.
doing everything.
They've hit him out on that little 2-yard dump off, little check down play. But that's the other thing I've seen Ford do. I've seen him make his checks. I've seen him take looks with time. Not the Division I level. Pro-level type checks.
Right, well, what you're seeing, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, because we're starting to see it even in the college ranks, these freshmen that are coming in and playing good football, mainly because if you're seeing the high school ranks, they're learning now about how to read defenses, how to switch protection. They're learning all that stuff in high school. So now you're seeing high school quarterbacks doing stuff 20 years ago that you didn't see until you got to the pro level. So you're seeing these high schoolers coming out, and it's a quarterback-driven. Football is all about the quarterback, and it's all about throwing the ball nowadays. Not saying that the running game, we see with Robinson how good he is, but I'll tell you what, if you have a quarterback that can deliver the ball and that can orchestrate an offense like we're seeing with Ford, you have something special, and he may be able to get all the way to the next level in college and then beyond that.
9:01 to play, first down and 10. The 6th possession, pressure coming up. And making the play is Marazzo. That's going to fire up that Bishop McDevitt crowd.
Zero blitz, and that's a straight zero blitz. You saw numbers coming. You know, the defense of McDevitt just said, forget this. They are blitzing. They came. They're stunting at every gap, and they're coming upfield to try to get pressure on Ford. I think they got tired of Ford just sitting there picking them apart. Good call defensively.
When you say send the house, Perlowski, Marazzo, Miles Turner's were putting pressure.
Well, they sent both linebackers,
all linebackers came flying through.
And when you blitz, one of the things about a good quarterback, you want to blitz the A gap, which is the gap between both sides of the center. Those A gaps, that gives you pressure immediately in the face of the quarterback. That's what you want to do. And you saw this defense just basically cover every gap and get upfield. And it seemed like it was like meet at the quarterback. It's like 4 guys there.
Flags on the play. Kelly Sports, High Point Boulevard in Harrisburg. You want to call Kelly Sports for all that great information and the sports gear that you need. Call 558-3900.
Get your gear, whatever gear you need.
I would like to call him right now and say, can you send over a scarf? Can you send over some boots?
Some winter gear for commentators.
Some hot chocolate muffins? I mean,
I don't know if they have that.
Ford looking downfield. He's going to connect, cross the 10-yard line. 5, touchdown Colts.
Okay, that
unbelievable.
Was unbelievable. I mean, that was just the reception there.
That again, that's Noah Malone, who has made play after play. But did you see? Okay, he had single coverage on the left side. Ford spots it. Right away, he spots it. He's going right. He looks left, checks, throws it downfield, and look where the ball is. Boom, on the outside shoulder.
You know what impressed me the most, though? He got drilled, Ford did, right when he threw the ball. So he stared down the barrel, delivered a strike on the left side for a touchdown. Excellent play.
More to come after these messages.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxson Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Kobe White crossed the 30-yard line of Bruskicki's kick. Let's talk about Bruskick, Leo Bruskick, the kicker for Cedar Cliff. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. Now, he is a big kicker.
Big kid. That's a big kid right there.
Look at Kobe White coming out of his own end zone. I thought when the ball was kicked to him, coming out of that end zone could be dangerous. But he gets a nice pickup, makes something out of it. Bishop McDevitt have the ball on the 38-yard line, first down and 10. Down 28-19 here. 7:44 to play in the second quarter.
And some quick scores around the region. Lower Dauphin is up 21-0 on Palmyra. Middletown is up 14-6 on Boiling Springs. Still High is up big on Milton Hershey, 20-0, and that was a big game coming out of that smaller school division.
Robinson down the sideline, trying to make a move, is going to jump out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Marcilio dump off to Robinson on the outside, and that's another way to get Robinson involved. Just get the rock in his hands, you hear a lot of people say. Just give him the opportunity to touch the football, good things happen.
Exactly.
And that's a great play call.
When you get the ball to him, he does very good things with it. He rarely turns the ball over. You rarely see him fumble. He usually gets north and south pretty quickly. He's a big play waiting to happen, and he stabilizes your offense many times. When things aren't going well, you go to him, and he does something big with it. So I think that's a great idea to get the ball to him.
Marcilio, bad snap, goes over his head. That's going to cost you, there again, limiting your turnovers. You talk about that, right. Limiting your mistakes. That's going to drop him back 10 yards. And right now, everything's Cedar Cliff. Everything's Cedar Cliff.
Well, I mean, we talk. You know, one of the things for the keys to the game, truthfully, was going to be that Cedar Cliff limiting their mistakes. And what we've seen so far is McDevitt has made a lot of mistakes, and that was an example of a mistake. Big play, and then right after the big play, bam, you have a high snap, and you're in a bad situation now where you're in a second and long, real long, where Cedar Cliff can try to play coverage as opposed to coming up and let's see if they can get it.
Marcilio scrambling to his left, back around and to his right. Looking like the older Manning, throwing downfield, and and
good athleticism
incomplete.
right there.
He showed something. Marsilio, usually you don't see him move too often. They either roll him left, roll him right, but he had a little Fran Tarkenton. Remember Fran Tarkenton?
Oh, yeah.
The Fran Tarkenton. I know Greg Mace remember Fran Tarkenton. He'd be running around there. Stay tuned later, too, for ABC 27 to see all your scores and highlights. But this one right here, this is he made something happen. I tell you what.
He escaped. I mean, he should have been sacked like 4 times on the same play, and he gets out of it and just, I mean, he's able to throw it away at the end. So, you know, good defense, but you want to get the quarterback down. That would have been a nice statement for Cedar Cliff if they could have got Marsilio down on that play for a sack.
3rd down in Maryland and West Virginia. 3rd down and 22, really. Shotgun formation for Marsilio. Looking downfield, throwing a really nice ball. It's going to be intercepted. His intended receiver was Kobe White and Jacob Scott. What type of game is Jacob Scott having? 3 touchdowns tonight.
He threw a nice ball. He threw a nice ball to Jacob Scott. That was the problem. He didn't have enough on it. That's what the issue was. He didn't have enough on it. And Jacob Scott had very, very good coverage. That may have, I mean, I'll tell you, Marsilio wants that ball back. The problem is, even if he would have went above or tried to go over or a higher ball, there was a safety help over top of that too. So that would have been a difficult throw. Double team throw where there was on the other side, a safer throw. May not have been as long of a yardage, but it was a safer throw on the left side.
And when I watched that playback, Dylan Farrow, the junior for Cedar Cliff, really put a lot of pressure on that side. Smith is the give to the left side. And Steve Marzio Jr. came up to make the tackle.
And I tell you, Marzio Jr. came up and just silenced that good, very good linebacker for this McDevitt team. And I'll tell you, he has a chance to go at the next level as far as the defensive side of the ball, like many of these players for this McDevitt team.
Steve is a really good kid, a real solid kid, solid in the classroom. But he is really their lightning defensive playmaker. He's full of emotion. You see him on the field. He's constantly trying to get this Bishop McDevitt team going. Ford back to pass. Incomplete. And Malone's looking for a flag, but really good coverage coming up, and that's Tyrone Gibson, the junior.
Yeah, I just think that was good coverage by Gibson. Came up, made a play. You know, sometimes, you know, every receiver, and you know, this is coming from a defensive back. Every receiver thinks they're being interfered with every time. So that was just good coverage on the play from that outside corner position. Brings up 3rd down.
You see the orange. I want to take an opportunity to mention it. A lot of the Bishop McDevitt kids are in orange. It's the Owen Foundation.
Yep.
Hearts go out to Owen and the Owen Foundation tonight, and Bishop McDevitt's in full support of that. And Jerome, you know a little bit about that.
The Brzezinski family, Owen Brzezinski and the Brzezinski family, they just are an amazing, amazing family. And you know, little Owen is, you know, they lost him, their son, you know, a couple years ago. And you know, if you see across the region, you'll see the orange for Owen. Orange was Owen's favorite color. And I'll tell you what, in my house, you see orange all over the place with my kids. I have a teenage daughter that drives now, and that's what the whole movement is about, is being safe drivers, especially for teen drivers, going out there and making sure they're being safe. And I'll tell you, when I talk to my daughter about driving and getting her ready to drive, we went over safety a lot and did everything we needed to do. And there are things she can't do when she's driving. And you don't text and drive. You don't do anything that distracts you. You know, both hands on the wheels and pay attention. Any call can wait.
5 minutes to go in the second half. Burskick's punt. It's going to take a roll, and I wouldn't pick that one up. And Jacob Scott's down there to down it. And Jacob Scott now, right now, I tell you what, he and the Cedar Cliff team, they are fired up. I mean, they came out a little bit flat in that first quarter. McDevitt came out like McDevitt always does. Up 13-0 if you're just tuning in. Robinson takes one 45 yards on the opening kickoff.
Right.
Opening punt, excuse me, takes it down really untouched, scores, gets the ball back, pushes it over the left side on a 2-yard touchdown. They're up 13-0 like that, but Ford never stopped. Came right back out.
The whole entire Cedar Cliff team never stopped. I mean, we've seen teams go down and they I wouldn't say they quit, but they get down on themselves and they just make it worse. This team has never given up. Even you're seeing right now, this defense is fired up. This offense is energized. This is a good game right now.
There's Bishop McDevitt, Pulaski. There's Nate Monroe talking to his team, really trying to motivate him right now. Offensively right now, Bishop McDevitt, 2nd down and 10. The ball's on the 22-yard line. They've got 4:26 to play. When do they start going to that actual hurry up? You know, they get in rhythm sometimes with their hurry up.
And I don't think they necessarily need to do it again. I think part of it, it's 4 minutes left. Go to Robinson. Robinson's a big play waiting to happen. Why not do that?
Marsilio looking downfield, had a lot of time. He's going to come up incomplete to Bryce Hall. And good coverage, great coverage by Mike Vita on the play. Mike Vita's only a sophomore.
Again, just good defense on the play. Offensive line gave a lot of time.
I counted 6 seconds. Now, I might be counting fast because, you know, I'm a little bit of an exaggerator. You know, but it looked like about 6 seconds to throw that ball.
You know, and if you're Cedar Cliff, you want to definitely get pressure, but it looks like this penalty may be against Bishop McDevitt and may march them back.
.407 to play here, 28-19. If you're surprised just tuning in, we've got a great one here. High School Sports Live on ABC 27. Stay tuned for more High School Sports Live stuff. Basketball coming up. And you know, this is first game of the year for High School Sports Live football-wise, and Charlie Fortney and the crew is going into a new venture, and well, they picked a good one tonight.
Oh, this is amazing.
Marsilio's pass is complete to Bryce Hall, but there's flags down, and I don't know, was there possibly a roughing of the passer?
No, holding against Bishop McDevitt. They'll bring him back. And again, the mistakes are starting to pile up. We talked about mistakes coming from Cedar Cliff, but what we're seeing is the mistakes from McDevitt. They're shooting themselves in the foot. They get a positive gain on the pass play, and then all of a sudden, mistake backs them up again, 3rd and long. And again, this Cedar Cliff team is playing a very clean game, and what I mean by that is they're not making many mistakes here. They're taking what they can get, and then they punt the ball when they need to, but they're not turning the ball over. They're not getting a lot of penalties, and right now they have the lead.
Well, I got to take an opportunity to tell Garrett Viller and Dylan Farrow, these defensive down linemen have really, the defensive tackles Farrow and Villar have really actually held their own against Long and Mosley and Deibler and Lewis up front. And this is a little uncharacteristic to see the penalties on this offensive line from Bishop McDevitt. Marsilio back to pass. His pass is going to be incomplete, or intercepted by Scott. Scott coming all the way over on the other side, crossing the 15-yard line. He's going to be drugged down, but he got the ball, and he had take it home, didn't he? He had Sweet Home Alabama on the mind, did he not?
Well, he did, and again, I think it was another underthrown ball by Marsilio. This is definitely one of the worst games that we've seen him play, and let me refrain, not worse, but he's a little off today. I mean, there's a lot of balls that are being thrown, and he's off. He started the game very well, but now he gets picked again. So you're starting to see that adversity. This Cedar Cliff team is playing good football. And you have to say, we talked about the loss last week and how losses sometimes with good teams can refocus you. I guarantee you, and we can see right now, this Cedar Cliff team had a great week of practice.
Left side give to Smith. He's going to be drugged down. That was Sandback on the tackle, and I tell you, right now, you really feel a little bit like, for the first time, you've got McDevitt back on their heels.
Right.
And let's talk about the Keystone, what happens here with what we're seeing right now. I mean, it throws a whole new wrinkle in the Keystone
Well,
division.
I'll tell you what, we still have a lot of game to play. I mean, we're only in the first half of the game, and we know that McDevitt can score in bunches, but if this becomes a touchdown for Cedar Cliff, then we're going into uncharted waters for McDevitt. McDevitt has never been down this year by this much. That's when you get to see what kind of team they have in this game.
Smith running hard. Actually started left side, came back right side, taking it down to the 4-yard line, and it's going to be a 3rd down from the 4-yard line. Man, oh man, a great run.
And I tell you, one of the keys to this game that I think is very important for Bishop McDevitt is making sure that they do not look beyond the league and get into thinking about the districts and state playoffs. We've seen on every ranking in Pennsylvania for AAA, Bishop McDevitt is ranked very high in the state. So, you know, they have to, this is one of those games where they got to focus on what we're seeing now.
It was a 3rd down and 1.
I think he got it.
Ford kept it. Now, I don't know if that
looks like he got it.
Did he get it?
Yeah, it looks like he got it by nose of the ball. They may come out and measure, but I think he did get it. Yep, there you go. They did give it to him.
Okay, first down and 10. Ball's going to be spotted really right on the 5-yard line. So he picked up the yard he needed. 2:05 to play here before halftime. Coming up at halftime, Eric Epler from the Patriot News. We got Charlie Fortney in your halftime breakdown and analysis. First and goal, 1:46 to play for Cedar Cliff. Shotgun formation for Andrew Ford. He's got twin receivers. He's got the singles receiver. We've seen that look a lot tonight. Give on the left side is Smith. Smith's going to be wrestled down. He's going to be short, probably about the 2-yard line. Swaggart coming up to make the tackle, assisted by Austin Anderson.
And this is smart. Get the running game going, kill a little bit of clock. You don't want to give Bishop McDevitt any more time than you have to. Get down inside the 1-yard line. And once again, Todd, if Cedar Cliff scores again before the half, they will put up over 30 points on Bishop McDevitt in one half. We have not seen anything of the likes of this all year, and it will test the resolve of this Bishop McDevitt team. Will they be able to come back?
Low snap. And that really affected Ford. Ford's pass is incomplete. And you saw that snap came down, and that we talked about this a couple weeks ago. It takes the quarterback out of their rhythm when they've got to go down real low, come back up.
Down real low or up real high.
Or up real high. They lose their sense of vision.
Yeah.
And if there is a checkoff, it's hard to pick it up.
Totally can throw off the timing, and it seems like that's exactly what happened right there. Did have a player open. Surprised they didn't try to run the ball, though.
I didn't see who that backside pressure was, but the backside pressure came. And actually, the more I look at it again here, the backside pressure was by Kashawn Jenkins. He's a junior. He goes 215 pounds, but he can run lights out. We're going to have a timeout by Cedar Cliff with 57 seconds to play here right before halftime. You're watching High School Sports Live here on ABC 27, produced by Invicta Sports. More after these messages.
Some of my favorite memories are set in the warm summer sun. These memories are so important to protect, just like my family. You can find that protection with the Capital Region Insurance Agency. Affordable protection and superior service from Erie Insurance. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Call the Capital Region Insurance Agency for a quote today. 717-731-1142.
Stop by Kelly Sports, the official sporting goods sponsor of High School Sports Live, located at 4635 High Point Boulevard in Harrisburg. The sporting goods store that meets the equipment and clothing needs of all athletes and coaches. Call 558-3900.
Get your gear at Kelly Sports.
Where do I get that hat, that cap hat you wear? And can I sport anything like? Now give me some credit. Can I sport anything to look as good as you do with that cap hat?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Thank you, Jerome. 3rd down and 2, 57 seconds. Give on the left side, and who do they go to? They go to Smith. They give him one. Touchdown, Cedar Cliff. And right now you might be, like I am, a bit shocked by what you see here tonight with Cedar Cliff. I think because of seeing McDevitt a little bit on their heels tonight, and just effective game plan from second quarter, late first quarter on. Cedar Cliff has turned the momentum.
Well, again, can Cedar Cliff do it for 4 quarters? That's what we talked about. Right now, they are playing good football. We can't argue with that. Remember, Cedar Cliff is a 7-1 team.
Van Brussick's kick is up and good. More with the second half after these messages.
Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt your ad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no-obligation consultation.
Leo Van Bersink set to kick. Robinson back. Bryce Hall will take the ball across the 30-yard line. That's Kobe White, excuse me. Kobe White will go across the 34-yard line, and that's going to give some opportunity, 46 seconds and a timeout for Bishop McDevitt.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm the coach for Cedar Cliff, the very first thing we're discussing at halftime is our kick coverage. Because right now we have control of the game. Another return could change that, and you don't want to give up a return at all. A saving tackle at the end just prevented a possible big-time return that could have been a touchdown. So you have to address this coverage. Think about it. If that touchdown is pulled off the books, your lead is even bigger than that if it wasn't for that return for a touchdown.
Marsilio was going shotgun. Whistles, flags are going down. Looks like there was movement on the left side. Jerome, I didn't see it, so I thought was left side movement. I didn't see as clearly as I wanted there. It's going to be offsides.
Another mistake for the Crusaders. And now it pins them back. These are the things that we were thinking would be a problem for Cedar Cliff. And right now it's McDevitt that's having a problem now. They're at 1st and 15, and you're starting off in the hole with that drive.
Marsilio, shotgun formation, looking left. Connects with Bryce Hall.
Nick Marsilio's pass complete to Bryce Hall.
And Malone came up.
You only saw three-man pressure.
Malone came up to make the tackle. Noah Malone's doing a lot tonight. He's only 160 pounds, 6 foot, but running the ball, playing defense. We're seeing a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, what you're seeing is this Colts team, this defense is playing coverage right now, and they're going to try to force Marsilio to kind of pick and choose where he's going to go with the football with a zone sitting there behind it and see what he can do. And right now he is driving downfield, but he's running out of a little bit of time.
Marsilio connected to Kobe White, coming up to make the tackle. Jordan Stiles, the junior, 5'8", 175. 15 seconds to go. First down and 10. The ball will be spotted on the 41-yard line when McDevitt comes out of this timeout. Okay, you go no backs. Trips right. What are you going to do? You're going to send everybody? Or are you really just going to run the ball and take that half?
You're trying to get points, and I think that's the big thing. You're trying to get points, and now we have a penalty.
Well, take a look at here. Last play here, Marsilio has plenty of time, really throws the ball on the money, and that's a tough pass that's out there. And coming right back here, another great ball right there. In rhythm, he throws to Kobe White. But I saw flags on the sideline, and I think during that timeout, we got to see what the call was. There was a flag by the line judge.
Right. And I'm not sure.
And it was over here on the sideline. Now,
I know it was a timeout.
Was there unsportsmanlike? There was no sick.
I think it was sideline warning.
Sideline warning. Okay, sideline warning McDevitt. They're going to have to back up. There's a pink line there, and sometimes if you go across that line where they are, you get a warning. Marsilio back to pass.
And I'll tell you, I've never been a fan of just rushing 3. I mean, I always say 4, even if you're trying to play coverage behind it, rush 4. Because right now, Marsilio is just sitting there picking your defense apart, and he's getting himself in the field goal range right now. And you don't want to give him any points right now.
Marsilio's pass was connected and caught by Bryce Hall. That's his 3rd catch of the night. He's over 30 yards in receiving. Marsilio back to pass. Looking down the field. Oh, hit him in the hands. Bryce Hall hit him right in the hands. You don't get that one back. And you heard the crowd just gasp. It was the loudest gasp I've heard in Bishop McDevitt in a long time.
Well, they're going to the end zone. They're going to go to the end zone again. So if you're Cedar Cliff, you have to play that, knock that ball down. You do not let that ball linger in the air and give a McDevitt receiver any kind of time or any kind of way to get that ball caught. So you have to play coverage. At this point, you definitely want to rush 3. Those guys need to be back there and be ready to knock that ball down.
Well, Noah Malone dodged a bullet. Now he's 6 foot. Bryce Hall is 6'2", so he's got a couple, maybe 6'3". He's got a couple inches on him on that side. Marcilio, time, in rhythm. Mrs. Robinson on his backside. It's going to be halftime, 35-19. Cedar Cliff coming right up. Eric Epler, and of the Patriot News and High School Sports Live's Charlie Fortney. More to come after these messages.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
As you can see, last year I was just a little kid. Advanced Hoop shows me and my friends dribbling, shooting, and defense. Our favorite game is dribbling knockout and shooting knockout. Advanced Hoops!
Join us for our Christmas clinic and winter skill builders for ages 5 to 14. Register online or call today.
Welcome back to our halftime report. I'm here with Eric Epler for Patriot News. Eric, I don't want to say a shock, but a bit of surprise. I just really want to hear your analysis right now on Cedar Cliff and what they've done effectively, down 13-0, to get back in the ball game and take the lead like they've done.
Yeah, I think you can say shock. I think most of the people here at Hortensio Stadium are shocked at this point. I think you're seeing that Andrew Ford, why he was a big-time Division I recruit, why he's going to Virginia Tech, he has been scintillating in this first half. I mean, he has been on point. I think unofficially I have him right now is 15 of 21, 264 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he showed the senior leadership of bringing them back from, like you said, that 13-0 deficit. This game could have got away from Cedar Cliff very quickly in that first half, but you know, I'm a little surprised that McDevitt has sort of taken the role to try to beat them deep early. I think when you have a guy like Andre Robinson, another back, a switchback like Rashad Lawson, I think you try to establish that early. McDevitt went completely opposite and tried to go deep early with Nick Marcilio and get to some of those top receivers. right now it is a shocking score, 35-19 at halftime. No one expected McDevitt to be down this much.
Now, one of the things we mentioned in pregame was, can they sustain this? Can Cedar Cliff sustain this for 4 quarters? But the lead that they've built, some of the uncharacteristic things that we've seen out of McDevitt might be one of the big reasons. Offensive line play today for Bishop McDevitt. Now, we're used to Long and these guys and Dibler and these guys really doing their job up front, but it's just some uncharacteristic penalties. What do you think? What can you even say and mention about that right now?
Well, you know, when the elements are sort of against you a little bit, as for both teams, I think you need to shrink your offense a little bit. You know, like I said, McDevitt's trying to go up top. The wind is wreaking havoc on their passing game right now. You can see that in the first half. So you need to really lean on that offensive line and the run game. That said, you know, Andrew Ford is just, he's a leader out there. Right. He's guiding this team right now, and he's on point. He seems like he's on a mission, and at times, he's manipulating McDevitt's secondary and basically moving them with pump fakes. He beat him a couple times on some fakes. When he rolls left, he's at most dangerous, and you saw that on his first couple of touchdown passes. So, you know, the one thing about McDevitt, we always talk about being a second-half football team. The reason they're a second-half football team is only one guy goes both ways. Only one starter goes both ways. So in the third and fourth quarters, your guys should be fresh. So they should come out, and this I expect this shootout to continue.
Well, I can say one more thing and ask you one more question.
Sure.
Cedar Cliff lost last week to Lower Dolphin 17-7. They seemed a little bit exposed. They come back here. Could that loss been the exact loss they need? And what does it do for the Keystone now if they come away and win this game?
Well, everyone will be shocked and surprised if this game ends in a Cedar Cliff victory. Still, even with the 35-19 lead right now, McDevitt will get the ball in the second half to start. So we'll see how it goes. I think we'll have a really good indication by the end of this third quarter as to who's going to win this football game. I'm sure there's some rumbling going on in the locker room right now for Bishop McDevitt. So,
unbelievable.
Yeah, it'll be great. I mean, you'd have 8-1 teams, Lower Dolphin and Cedar Cliff, and Bishop McDevitt if the Colts do hold on here. So I think they learned a lot against that Lower Dolphin team. They're pinching their tackles a little bit and just giving Andrew Ford that little bit of time. And he's so good at getting rid of the ball quickly. He's so good on those underneath routes. And he's so good at just manipulating defenses. I mean, you're seeing the best quarterback, probably in the East Coast right now.
Well, that's Eric Epler from Patriot News, and I think the analysis is spot on. We've got a lot of potential Division I players. More at halftime. We've got Charlie Fortney at High School Sports Live coming up after these messages.
Thinking of a new Ford? Think no more. Let Hoffman Ford make it easy for you. During their 60th anniversary sales event, 60 new Fords, 60 hours to sell, at $60 under invoice. Yes, all vehicles will be clearly marked at $60 below invoice. Plus, you receive all factory incentives, interest rates as low as 0%, and rebates as high as $5,750. And during this sale, you'll receive 115% of Kelley Blue Book Fair Trade for your present car at Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Online at HoffmanFord.com.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no-obligation consultation.
Some of my favorite memories are set in the warm summer sun. These memories are so important to protect, just like my family. You can find that protection with the Capital Region Insurance Agency. Affordable protection and superior service from Erie Insurance. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Call the Capital Region Insurance Agency for a quote today. 717-731-1142.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, it's High School Sports Live on ABC 27. I'm Todd McCall, along with Charlie Fortney of High School Sports Live and Advanced Hoops. Charlie, you've gone basketball. There was some wrestling on High School Sports Live. When we say live, High School Sports Live.
Yeah.
Now you've ventured into the football game. You've got some really expansion going on in the York market now. Talk a little bit about how you came in with the management decision to go football and bringing this game here tonight.
Well, I think what we're seeing tonight is the reason why we're expanding into football. It's like the reason why we expanded into wrestling. The quality of sports in central Pennsylvania just seems to be demanding this as you run into the fans and even the supporters in the township. The businesses and the families and even the officials are just, we want to see wrestling on and we want to see football. And central Pennsylvania is known across the country in wrestling and football. The Mid-Penn is some of the greatest college football players, your Brennemans, your Kyle Brady's of years ago, young man throwing the football tonight, and we got a running back on the other side of the field. They're just major Division I college football players year after year. And I will throw a plug in there. That kicker for Lower Dolphins, my nephew, Joey Julius. So hopefully somebody can talk him into playing football. But the whole High School Sports Live is just about supply and demand. And it just seems like there just is a lot of demand for this message of good high school athletics, good, coaches doing a good job, student athletes. It's happening, and so we're just glad to respond to the call. It does take support. It takes people saying that they want to have it on TV. So we are happy that there are sponsors out there that are helping us take that next step.
Well, it's looking into the future, and like next week, Gary Sutton, Jerome Presley will bring another matchup, another live football matchup I know you're excited about. And then from there, basketball. The planning already set, your schedule's locked in, and we're going to bring some more basketball to the neighborhood.
Naturally, Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency being a premier sponsor, and new sponsors this year like Don Perry, Matt Smith at Faulkner Subaru and Faulkner Honda, making it possible to go here. And then Tom Couch at Jack Giambalvo and John Giambalvo and those guys down in York just saying they want to bring exposure to the York athletics. I mean, next week, Central York at York High. Jerome's got his work cut out for him doing that lineup, but Central York 5-2, I believe, and a competitive York team, homecoming. What an opportunity to not only see, our area, but to see that area. And we'll be in the basketball season as well. So,
well, that's going to be exciting news. And one thing that I want to say to everybody at home, when you're at Stilton, you're a basketball player, and I get that a lot.
Hey, I played football one year.
I was going to say, did the Rollers talk you out of being the quarterback or running back, and what position were you good at?
Oh, man.
Did I stump you?
Believe it or not, I was a nose guard at one point.
A nose guard?
Yeah. but I did play a little wide out. I used to run behind Troy Drayton's pattern, so whenever he got overthrown, I could catch a pass every now and then, but play with some great athletes.
I don't know. I got to ask Greg Mason, the guys, to go back and see if we can find any clip. Greg, I don't know where you are tonight, and probably in the studios getting ready for that big matchup, Ohio State, Penn State tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Do you have a prediction on that? Who's going to win that one?
Oh, Penn State, of course. I'm a Penn State fan.
You'll see a lot of coverage on ABC 27 with Ohio State and Penn State. We have more halftime coming up. We've got a shocker right now, 35-21, Cedar Cliff over Bishop McDevitt. More to come after these messages.
Purchasing Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
Advanced Hoop's biggest goal has been to raise the culture of training and development in this region. Working with youth coaches, junior high coaches, high school coaches, and even more so, college coaches in the last 5 years. We're seeing a rise in the talent level of players all over the area. Programs like ours are making a difference. We're just proud to be part of that culture of training that's growing strong in the Harrisburg area.
Sign up, Fall AAU Tryouts.
Welcome back, Cedar Cliff, Bishop McDevitt, High School Sports Live, Game of the Week, live, Friday night. Can it be any better than this, Jerome? And a shocker a bit. I want to stop saying shocker, put that aside, 35-19. I'm going to put you in the locker room of Bishop McDevitt. What are you saying to your team right now?
What I'm saying to my team is this. Guys, we can do this. Let's calm down. Let's get back to what we do. We're down 35-19. It's still a whole half to play. Just as quickly as they can score 35, we can put up more points as well and go back to your bread and butter, Andre Robinson. Let's get something established with him.
And here he comes. He went 45 yards, opening touchdown on a punt. Then he went 2 yards. But just like that, down 13-0, Ford connects to Jake Scott. Jake Scott, look at the extension and the dive. One of my favorite called touchdowns of the year. Right here, feeling pressure, stepping up, coming right back at it to Scott right at the corner of the pylon. They go up 14-13. And then a great ball, great route, and Ford connects to Smith. And then right just like that, Marsilio gets one himself. But Ford's not finished just yet, throwing a perfect ball to Noah Malone. And he walks into the end zone, 35-19. That's where we are here at halftime. And I guess with the momentum shift as quick as we saw it, they really, 13-0, I thought, you know what? What is it? What is it about teams coming to McDevitt? Is it the emotions playing McDevitt? Is it what gets into a team's head? I thought that we saw Cedar Cliff going to sputter like that, and they looked like they were going to bury themselves. Right. And then boom, 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 quick hitters with a great quarterback.
Right. Well, what I think you get from many teams that come into McDevitt is you see the talent. And you see the talent and realize you may not have that talent. You go down 13 to 14 points, and you get down on yourself. Oh well, this is what it was expected. Cedar Cliff didn't do that. They put the ball in the hands of their big guy, their big gun, which is Andrew Ford, and he was able to just basically take over this game. Then on the defensive side of the ball, because you have to give the credit to the defense, they've then stepped it up too. So you get your team captain, your leader, he does his part. It brings the rest of the team up. Now you have a really good game brewing, and you have a Cedar Cliff team that has control of this game right now.
You're watching the High School Sports Live Game of the Week, second half after these messages.
Thinking of a new Ford? Think no more. Let Hoffman Ford make it easy for you during their 60th anniversary sales event. 60 new Fords, 60 hours to sell at $60 under invoice. Yes, all vehicles will be clearly marked at $60 below invoice. Plus, you receive all factory incentives, interest rates as low as 0%, and rebates as high as $5,750. And during this sale, you'll receive 115% of Kelley Blue Book Fair Trade for your present car at Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Online at HoffmanFord.com.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. Pac Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no-obligation consultation.
Second half action, 35-19. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27. Todd McCall, Jerome Presley. If you're tuning in, you're probably a little bit looking at the score going, what's going on here? But Andrew Ford and his team really settled down after the early first quarter action, got themselves a lead at 14-13 and haven't looked back yet. And Brusick's kick, Kobe White, it's going to go in the end zone. No return. The ball will be spotted on the 20-yard line, Jerome. I know you're going to say something really sum up this whole drive, this whole start to the second half for McDevitt.
This is a very big drive for McDevitt. You want to come back and establish a rhythm and see if you can get in the end zone, whether it's a quick strike or a kill, or a several play drive. You have to get in the end zone. I mean, I think right now all the momentum has shifted to Cedar Cliff. McDevitt has played flat at times, which has been very difficult for them. So they want to get themselves back.
Robinson on the left side, stiff arming, bouncing out the 20. Oh, if he was not going to go down, I'm not sure.
Oh, he was gone. That turf monster got him.
Oh man. And what a great bit of sportsmanship there. We'll talk after this replay here. Look at the stiff arm. Coming up, make the tackle, almost make the tackle is Ford, and directly after it, Ford went over. Robinson looked at Ford. Ford stuck his hand out and gave him a high five like, you had me.
Well, I think Ford's like,
or not Ford, I'm sorry, Jacob Scott said,
like,
you had me.
Thanks for the turf monster, boy, because, good play.
Hard running, looks like McDevitt's going back with that steady run game like you talked about. Right side, Robinson.
Brought down by Jordan Stiles.
Jordan Stiles coming up and make the tackle.
And good play by Stiles, just coming in and filling the hole. And again, when we see with Robinson does not go down easy at all. I mean, he is a player that it takes a lot to bring him down, and you got to come up and bring it. And what you saw right there, the defender did that.
Marcilio out to the right, down the sideline, moving fast is Tyrone Gibson. Coming up to make the tackle was Nathan Orris.
And a good quick hitter. Get the ball out of Marcilio's hands into your playmakers and then get upfield. And that's exactly what you saw on that play. And you see a rhythm being established by this McDevitt offense, and that's exactly what they need, to get a rhythm established so they can get points on the board.
Actually, Mike Vita on the tackle. 10:50 to play, first down and 10. The ball's on the 46-yard line for Bishop McDevitt. Twin receivers to the left. The give was to Robinson on the right side. And that defensive line of Villar and Faro, McDermott doing a great job. I've really liked that defensive. If I was going to give a big shout out or a big hey, here's the difference in the trenches, I think tonight is the play of Villar and Faro and these guys up front and Styles. They have just played a heck of a defensive game.
Yeah, they definitely have.
Borowski.
They've come to play. I mean, I think they've come to play. They're doing a good job of covering those gaps up in the middle of that defense and giving the linebackers the opportunity to come up and make stops.
Marsilio. Is it passes complete, or is it no, they're going to call it complete. That's Kobe White.
Marsilio's pass.
Jacob Scott on the tackle.
Big third down. And this could be 4-down territory for McDevitt if they don't get it.
9:36 to play, third quarter action. Marsilio come over to Coach Rector to get the actual play in the huddle. Right now, let's see how this offensive line, my big question right now is how will this offensive line respond? Now look, something a little different here. Wildcat, they're going. Robinson went in the shotgun formation. Marsilio split out to the left, but there's flags.
Timeout, Cedar Cliff.
Cedar Cliff's going to take a timeout here early in the third quarter. It was a 3rd down and 2 that Robertson snuck in there. Marsilio went in. He was lined up in a twins over here to the left side.
And I think that's what you call it. You call it the Wildcat, and that's exactly what it is. And that gives the one of your best athletes an opportunity to basically see where he's going to run.
Kelly Sports, the official sporting goods sponsor of High School Sports Live, located at 4635 High Point Boulevard in Harrisburg. It's a sporting goods store that means and has the equipment and clothing needs of all athletes and coaches. Call at 558-3900. We want to thank Kelly Sports for being one of our many sponsors this evening. Third down and 2. Big conversion. Maybe one of the biggest 3rd down and 2s of McDevitt's year, probably. Shotgun formation, almost lost to Marsilio. Pressure, finds a way to elude the defense, crossing the 30-yard line. Jake Scott come up to make the tackle, and I'm not sure how in the world he got out of that.
I know. The snap was poor, and it ended up throwing off the rhythm of the play. But Marsilio was able to recover, use his athleticism, and get upfield, and the drive continues.
1st and 10, the ball's on the 33-yard line.
That's going to be a 1st down, moving the chains. Marsilio found a way himself to move the chains. Robinson across the right side, crossing the 30-yard line, staying on his feet. Bouncing outside, flags are down though. Looks like holding might bring that one back.
This may definitely come back. Possible holding penalty.
Robinson on the carry. However, there's a flag on the play.
Boy, he's so elusive. He's quick. It looks like he's coming out and running with much more of purpose here in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you, the one thing, you got to say about Robinson is he is, electrifying. He can run. He's tough. He's fast. He's quick. And one of the things about him that I love is just his vision. He has very good vision for a running back. And I think he's going to have an opportunity to really do some good things when it comes to going to the next level. He still has another year of high school to play, though.
Well, the holding penalty will negate that play. And it's going to back them up. The ball will be spotted at the 41. And that's going to be a 1st down 18.
1st and 18.
Good look at Coach Rector talking to the referees, converging with those, Marsilio back to pass with time.
Too much time.
Looking downfield and coming up, making the defensive play. He's doing a really good job in coverage tonight, is Mike Vita.
And that was almost a deflection into a pick. Number 4, Mike Vita, makes a good breakup on the play. And as you can see, just good coverage downfield, but no pressure. And that's what you want. You want to see if you can get some pressure. Vita almost comes up with the pick to take this ball away from McDevitt, but he's not able to get his hands on it.
2nd down, 18, ball on the 41-yard line. Marsilio coming back into the huddle. Marsilio coming back across the field. He connects to Bryce Hall. Bryce across the 30, and he fumbles the ball out of bounds. And they're going to spot him out at the 25-yard line.
And I think the officials may have missed a holding penalty that I thought was definitely a hold on this play. If you see on the side, you know, we didn't get a good look at it, but it was possible. They didn't call it, so it's not a call. So it's 3rd and 2 again for Bishop McDevitt with an opportunity to try to get another first down. The one thing that you got to say for McDevitt, though, is they're fighting not only against Cedar Cliff, but they're fighting against the clock. This is a long drive, and no points have come out of it yet.
7 plays, first drive, first possession for McDevitt in the second half. Marsilio is going to go right under center. Robinson across the right side, staying on his feet, dives into the line.
He's going to be close.
Coming up to make the play, Dylan Farrow and a host of Bishop McDevitt, Borowski, and many others of Cedar Cliff on the tackle.
Down.
And I think this is 4th down.
Yeah, this is 4th down territory. Move. Right. I don't see any scenario where Bishop McDevitt will not go for this and try to get the first down right here.
24-yard line.
But what a stop this would be if Cedar Cliff got it, though.
Marsilio, 4th down and 1, 24. He's going to keep it. He's going to stay on his feet, but he's going to fumble the ball, and Cedar Cliff's going to get it.
Wow.
Cedar Cliff come up with a play again. Everything's going the Colts' way tonight.
Well, 2 interceptions and now a fumble. He already had the first down, too, and I think he's thinking he can get 6. He bursts through the line, Marsilio, and then all of a sudden the ball just gets taken from him. And right there, great play by number 13, Noah Malone.
I tell you, you can't fault Marsilio for this. He breaks away, he picks up another 5.
He almost had a touchdown.
He really broke out of there somehow, and he was never really, they didn't quite have a good grasp on him, but Malone, he's played very well tonight, and defensively, offensively, he's played every play. I haven't seen him come out. I think he's playing special teams as well. Shotgun, give. That's Malone on the left side. He's staying on his feet. And actually Smith on the carry, and he's going to be just short of the first down. He's going to pick up 8.
And that's, I'll tell you what, if this Cedar Cliff team is able to really start running the ball as well, you know, you're talking about taking over control of this game. That's exactly what they'll do. They'll chew the clock. You know, you want to force Ford to throw the ball and hopefully get some incompletions. You cannot allow Cedar Cliff to just run the ball at this point. And that was just a really tough run. It's covered 6 yards. Now you're in a real manageable 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he picked up 6. I said 8. He stepped out a little earlier. His mark, the spot was about, give him 6. It's 2nd down and 4. Back to Smith on the left side. And Miles Turner making the tackle. Miles Turner is coming up a little bit slow.
Miles Turner.
Miles is still down on the field, and that's not good for Bishop McDevitt.
Not good
that
at all.
is not good for McDevitt.
3rd and 3, the ball's on the
We hope the youngster's okay.
We definitely
He is.
do.
He's the key. We'll be back with more High School Sports Live football action after these messages.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here, from delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here, from fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Third quarter action, 3rd down and 3. Ball will be spotted on the 26-yard line after the fumble recovery. Marsilio trying to get a little bit more. Cedar Cliff came up with a fumble recovery when they needed it. 7:31 to play. The give across the side is Smith. Smith's going to be wrestled down and taken down. Good defense. Nice defensive play. Coming up is Nick Briner came up to make the tackle.
And you saw Cedar Cliff go to the draw play and try to get upfield. I mean, the one thing I will say, though, is because of how well Ford has been playing, I think Cedar Cliff went a little conservative on that on their first drive of the half, as opposed to Ford has been near perfect since that first drive, and then they went to the running game and didn't get the first down. So it's going to put that Colts defense right back on the field.
Robinson calls for the fair catch. Ball will be spotted at about the 38-yard line with 6:54 to play. One thing that you saw that first possession, McDevitt, they didn't get too. They ran, pass. Right. That was a little different than what we saw late in the second quarter. And there's Miles Turner. We're hoping he's okay. He came off the field. You see the size on that kid. No doubt will probably play at the high next level.
I mean, you think about it, he's only a junior.
He's a junior.
So he's coming back.
2 more years. One more year after this. First down and 10. The ball's on the 40. The give is Tyrone Gibson on the right side. Gibson elusive and still on his feet.
The corner.
He gets the corner. He's going to move the chains. That's going to be picked up the first down.
I love that play. I mean, I just think they run it so well, and I'll tell you, it's always well blocked. I think that's the one thing that you get a chance to see is how well blocked. The offensive line, the receivers, everybody blocks well. You see Robinson leading the way like a fullback and just good blocking on that outside. That's they've run that play a couple of times and they've gotten success upfield every time. As long as it's not a penalty. I think they did get called for a penalty the one time they ran it.
Looks like Miles Turner is going to get that ankle taped and get back in there. But let's talk about that offensive line. I saw Kendrick Lewis and Tommy Moore hold those blocks. They're playing much better in the second half. 6:46 to play, first down and 10 from the 50. Marsilio looking downfield. He has Kobe White in his hands and dropped it. Now, here's one thing that we've seen.
Dropped 2.
We've seen 2 drops. Bryce Hall dropped one in the end zone right before half. Kobe White hits him in the hands, and you heard the crowd. He's going to miss it. Take another look at it.
I'll tell you, he doesn't drop many. He's a youngster, though. He's a young kid. And, sometimes you're going to have that. The weather has definitely gotten colder. It's probably 10 degrees colder than it was when we first got up here. And, sometimes those hands don't, you can't feel your fingertips out there. Don't be surprised they come back to that play, though. You want to get the ball right back into his hands, man, as soon as possible.
We talked about the win in early pregame, and it's really is a factor. It's really blowing hard here. That's Lawson with only his 3rd carry of the game. Lawson's been very quiet. We haven't seen a whole lot of Rashad Lawson tonight.
Jaden Denny makes a good play on the play. Good solid tackle, because it looked like Lawson was headed up into real estate in that defensive backfield until he gets upended.
Big 3rd down and 5 for Bishop McDevitt. Ball on the 45. 6 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Marsilio going to the left side on this screen play to Robinson. Robinson bumps into his own blocker, still standing on his feet, just stiff arm and moving. Will and desire out of this kid is amazing. That play should have been down at around the 30-yard line, and he actually, I think if you take a look at the replay here, Jerome, if he did not hit his blockers early on, he's probably that's probably 6.
And again, tackling. How many missed tackles? 1. 2, 3, and he just shrugged that defender right off of him. Again, that strength that you see from Robinson. You got to break down and you got to tackle him. You have to wrap him. You can't arm tackle. And again, he's more elusive than most people, I believe, think.
Brendan Stanback come up to make that tackle. Give is to Lawson on the left side. Lawson across the 10, 5, touchdown Crusaders. What they needed.
And you saw Cedar Cliff did a run blitz on that play. They committed a lot of guys to the line of scrimmage. The problem, though, is once you break it, you're gone. There's nobody in the secondary to defend it. A lot of guys, they're all pinching up in the A-gap, and there you go. Upfield, Lawson, touchdown.
Look at the holding the blocks. Look at Long and these guys, and Dibler holding the blocks this time, and that big old hole for him. And what do? You dial 1-800-touchdown doctor right when you need it. Lawson scores. Swaggart's extra point. He's missed one tonight. Hold is high. Was it on purpose, maybe deliberate? Swaggart catches the ball in the 5. He's going to march in. Two-point conversion. One of the most awkward, different two-point conversions I've seen all year.
That was.
Wake up the Crusader fans, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it again. Stay tuned for more High School Sports Live on ABC 27 after these messages. Two-point conversion. Woo.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Welcome back. You're watching the Keystone matchup, Bishop McDevitt, Cedar Cliff. High School Sports Live here on ABC 27. We've got an 8-point game. Swaggart set to kick. Jake Scott is back. He's going to pick it up at about the 3-yard line and try to bring it out of there. He's going to get back to about the 17-yard line. And Jerome, we didn't see a lot of Lawson. They went 2 plays back. Lawson's only had 5 total carries this evening. They go 2 plays back with Lawson. Lawson gets a hole. The offensive line do what they've been doing all year. Block, touchdown.
Right.
And you talked about that turnover by Cedar Cliff when they got the ball back out. That was their first possession in the second half, and they went a little bit conservative.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they went 3 and out, really quick 3 and out. And I think once they did that, you know, that was difficult for them because now, you know, you basically put your defense back on the field. Now you're going to go to what your bread and butter is, which is forward, which I think, you know, maybe it would have been a good idea to do that earlier. And you see what happens. The second you do it, you get a first down immediately.
Ford's pass is complete. And that was Kyler Smith, and coming up to make the tackle was Nate Monroe.
And again, you roll forward to his left, and we talked about how good he is when he's rolling to his left. He throws it, delivers a good ball. Don't be surprised, though, if Bishop McDevitt begins to rush and blitz from that side to try to disrupt some of what Ford is doing when he rolls that way.
We have an 8-point game, first down and 10, ball on the 31-yard line. Transformation to the right side. Rolling out, and he's going to be under heavy pressure. Steve Marazzo Jr., Perlowski, Nate Monroe, a host of Bishop McDevitt. Defensive now fired up to get the sack. And what are they doing differently defensively?
Well, and I mean, in that play, it was just guys just beat guys. I mean, you know, you saw just the offensive line. There was early pressure in Ford's face from the very, you know, beginning of the snap, coming from the one side, and it just, you know, he's not able to do anything with that. And there he goes down.
Well, that was Anthony Long just shoved.
Yep. Long just took,
exactly back into the quarterback. And he pushed out to the left side and had to run. And I tell you what, I mean, but now he's down.
That looks like it's possibly cramping.
That might be a cramp, but you can't lose. Even Coach Rector came out and shook his head like, we cannot have these guys go down. Not in this time of year. Not in this playoff. Playoffs are around the corner. I mean, right now, this is very interesting. This whole game, this whole scenario, the whole setup for the Keystone tonight, depending on what happens. But, you know, Jerome, I got to ask you a question. You've got playoff baseball. You got guys growing beards. You got the Captain Crusader out here. Where's your playoff beard?
You're like Darth Vader.
Where's your playoff beard?
I got the little goatee, man.
You can't grow a beard, can you?
Yeah, I can grow a beard.
That might be the only thing I have you on.
You know what I mean? I can grow a beard. I just don't want to.
Okay.
You know, you're a bear. You know, you like to wrestle bears and stuff. You got that nice rugged beard. I don't have that.
Shotgun formation, looking down the field, connecting to Noah Malone.
Oh, wow.
Malone across the 20, the 10, he's going to walk in. Touchdown, Colts.
Wow.
The answer has been there. Dial up, touchdown doctor.
I don't have much else to say.
I really.
Because the momentum was all Bishop McDevitt, and right there, Ford
connecting.
Look at this. Look, he has time. Blitz comes, stares it down, and delivers a ball that, I mean, I'll tell you what, he is the truth. Anyone at home watching, you are with me on this. You see with what Andrew Ford is doing. He's putting on a clinic against probably one of the best teams in the state. And you're seeing him do this. He is the truth. So I have to give it to him.
Van Bruske's kick is up and good. 42-27 more after these messages.
Thinking of a new Ford? Think no more. Let Hoffman Ford make it easy for you. During their 60th anniversary sales event, 60 new Fords, 60 hours to sell, at $60 under invoice. Yes, all vehicles will be clearly marked at $60 below invoice. Plus, you receive all factory incentives, interest rates as low as 0%, and rebates as high as $5,750. And during this sale, you'll receive 115% of Kelley Blue Book Fair Trade for your present car at Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Online at HoffmanFord.com.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Kick's going to go into the end zone. Will be no return for Robinson. 42-27, 4:07 in the third quarter. Bishop McDevitt have the ball on the 20-yard line. You can see those flags blown. You can see that wind, but it's not affected the passing game. The aerial attack, over 300 yards in the air today. 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's
for Andrew Ford.
I mean, he's making it warm and on a really cold day, and I'm cold, man. I have to say that I'm not even going to try to hide or fight that. I'm freezing. But I'm hyped, though.
With the wind right now, game temperature, it's got to be low 30s, maybe 20s. Back Marsilio on the other side. I mean, we are just going back and forth. And one of the things that Eric Epler mentioned from the Patriot News is McDevitt got taken out of their game plan a little bit and went to the pass first, run second. Right. And early on they've done this, and they're
I tell you,
that's a good ball by Marcelo.
Eric had some great points. I think the other one that I really respected that he said, which I agree with, is the manipulation of Andrew Ford. He's manipulating the McDevitt defensive backs. And for those out there that don't know what that is, that's when the quarterback is using pump fakes, and he's drawing these defenders in all different directions, and he's taking them out of their game, and then he's delivering a strike. Well, on the last play, there wasn't even no manipulation. That's just fade back, deliver a perfect ball, and then Marsilio comes back and wants to do the same thing.
Marsilio had pressure by Borowski, rolls out then to his left side. He's going to be incomplete. His intended receiver was Kyler Smith.
Right, and there's no reason for Marsilio to try to match what Ford is doing. That's not their game plan. Their game plan is Robinson, Lawson, and then build your offense off of that. Your passing game comes off of that. Ford runs a whole different offense. The offense runs through Ford to everyone else, where the running game starts it for McDevitt, and then as the running game goes, Marsilio gets even more better, and that's how that team runs. So you can't go into this, I'm going to throw the ball to stay up with you. Now, they are fighting against the clock, so you do want to get to a point where you're scoring more, but you have to defend better too.
3rd down and 10, and the ball is incomplete. Intended receiver was Tyrone Gibson. And Bishop McDevitt will have to punt.
For Tyrone Gibson, incomplete. 4th and 10, the ball on the 20-yard line.
Good defensive effort. And again, this is that adversity that we have not seen from Bishop McDevitt all year long. They haven't seen this kind of adversity. So, you know, you got to see what can they do. Right now, they came out at halftime, and I thought they did very well until Ford delivers that bomb, and it changes the whole scope of the game.
Swigert goes to Vita's side. Vita will call for a fair catch. They're going to have great field position. The ball will be at about the 47-yard line. for Cedar Cliff. 3:40 to play here in the third quarter.
And again, if I'm Cedar Cliff, I do not dial this down right now. I do not dial this down. It's still the third quarter, 3:40, you're up 42-27. You're pretty much, your quarterback is on fire right now. There's no need to dial this down right now.
First down and 10, the ball on the 48-yard line. It's a good shot of Ford with those white striped socks. Standing firm in the shotgun formation. Giving to Smith on the left side. Smith across the 40, the 30, the 20, and being wrestled down, and there's going to be a flag, and I think that's going to go against McDevitt. Perlowski came up to make the tackle, wrestling down out of bounds, and I think that's going to be...
That's a frustration penalty.
That's a frustration penalty, right? That's going to tap it.
I'm wondering if he grabbed the face mask.
That was face mask, actually. It's going to be a face mask.
What else it would have been?
Yep.
Yeah, grab the face mask and maybe a 15-yarder. That'll put him inside the 5.
You take another look at it, and it's just what you've seen all night on the give, and just hard running cross. I tell you what, I mean, I did not understand or know the speed that Cedar Cliff had. I thought that there was potential for speed in that second with the receivers, but even the running game, they've got more to go to. They're not one-dimensional. They can grind us out and run the ball a little bit.
Well, remember, they're 7-1. They only lost one game this season. Ford was not 100%. There was a question mark if he was even going to play last week. So, you know, he comes in. He definitely wasn't himself. And now, again, bam, another touchdown.
Touchdown, Cedar Cliff. And it is on. You can hear the Cedar Cliff crowd right now going absolutely crazy over there. Take a look at the replay. Ford dropping back, throwing a perfect ball. Malone is the receiver. His second touchdown of the night, kind of even being held. Lays it out for him to go get it. Has faith in receiver. Touchdown Cedar Cliff to something that's been not only spectacular for them tonight, almost amazing.
Well, I tell you what, man, for those at home, you know, anyone that has to play Cedar Cliff, Ford is healthy.
48-27, more on High School Sports Live and ABC 27 after these messages.
Thinking of a new Ford? Think no more. Let Hoffman Ford make it easy for you. During their 60th anniversary sales event, 60 new Fords, 60 hours to sell, at $60 under invoice. Yes, all vehicles will be clearly marked at $60 below invoice. Plus, you receive all factory incentives, interest rates as low as 0%, and rebates as high as $5,750. And during this sale, you'll receive 115% of Kelley Blue Book Fair Trade for your present car at Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Online at HoffmanFord.com.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Kobe White crossing the 25-yard line. He'll be driven back a little bit. Jake Scott coming up to make the tackle. A 22-point lead by Cedar Cliff here, and a very quiet Bishop McDevitt crowd looking on.
Yeah, I mean, they've never been in this situation before. And I think that's the problem. Now you see one of the McDevitt players is down right now. Actually, there's two that are down right now for McDevitt. So
Wilson 21, Manor 14. That's the final score.
Kelley Sports, the official sporting goods sponsor of High School Sports Live. It's located at 4635 High Point Boulevard in Harrisburg, the sporting goods store that meets equipment and clothing needs of all athletes and coaches. Call 558-3900 for your Kelley Sports information and clothing. .301 to play, Rocco Ortenzio Stadium. Stay tuned for our post-game show of Faulkner Honda coming up. And our Hoffman Ford player of the game. I mean, if it stays this way, Drum, I mean, you could give it to a lot of people now. You could give it to the Cedar Cliff receiving staff.
Oh, this
you could give it to the offensive coordinator, but more important, you got to give it to the arm that makes it happen. And Andrew Ford, if it stays this way, I mean, really, can you see anyone else being the player of the game?
No.
We'll take a break. 3:01 to play here in the third quarter. More to come after these messages.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
49-27, 3:01 to play here in the third quarter. High school sports live. Another great matchup coming up next week, going down in York County, Jerome.
Yep.
Charlie Fortney had talked and mentioned about getting involved in that area as well in high school football, and another great live matchup coming next week. Back to our action here. First down and 10, ball on the 25-yard line. Marcelio in shotgun with White to his right. Did you see Robinson to his left? Actually, it's Lawson on the flare out. He's going to cross over, pick up about 6 yards. Be about a second down and call it 4. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Second and 5, ball on the 30-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, again, now we talked about McDevitt fighting against the clock. Now it's important for them to come out. They want to try to score as quickly as possible, but at the same time, you don't want to make any mistakes and turn the ball over.
Robinson on the left side, crossing back, split back up out of the right side. He's going to find more room across the 50. On his feet, high stepping. He's going across the 20. Robinson, touchdown, Bishop McDevitt. What a special run regardless of the score. That's why this kid will name the school where he wants to play in 2 years.
And I said his score as quickly as possible.
Touchdown.
I never said how.
Right.
Well, Robinson is how, and you can give him the ball. That's just as good as a bomb pass. Just
Starts
give him
left.
the ball.
Look at it.
Starts left. Again, tackling. We've seen it all year. Teams have not tackled him very well consistently, and he is a guy that if you do not put a form tackle on where you wrap, you will not get him down. And he will keep going, and he'll take it the distance. He's fast enough to outrun you, and he's quick enough to just juke you out your pants. So you really, really have to break down and tackle him. Cedar Cliff doesn't do that, and he gets in the end zone.
High snap again, Swaggart's kick. He got it down and up and good. 49-34, 2:09 more after these messages.
Score, Cedar Cliff 49, Bishop McDevitt 34.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Do you have a game plan for retirement and college education?
In today's turbulent economic landscape, navigating the market to ensure a secure retirement can be challenging. PAC Financial can help guide you every step of the way.
I define financial independence as when work is optional and retirement's affordable.
So when life throws unexpected obstacles, you can still win the game.
Hi, I'm Steve Morazzo. Contact us today for your free, no-obligation consultation.
Welcome back. You're watching High School Sports Live on ABC 27. I'm Todd McCall, Jerome Presley. The Crusaders they're back awake. Robinson, 5 touchdowns on the night. Not to be overshadowed by Andrew Ford, 6 touchdowns. Vita takes the punt over to the right side. He's going to be tackled by Monroe. Also coming up to make the tackle is Brandon Standback, the junior, 6 foot, 190, and 15 points. Really, when you look at Bishop McDevitt, it's 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points.
They're in it.
They take the lead.
They take the lead.
They take the lead.
And that's why, you can't dial it down if you're Cedar Cliff. You got to do what you've been doing. You put the ball in Ford's hands, roll the pocket, do the things you need to do. Right now, there is Bishop McDevitt at no time has shown that they can match up with all the receivers in the Cedar Cliff offense. They have not shown the ability to do that.
Smith on the right side. Kyler Smith over to the right. Taken down by Nate Monroe. 1:50 here to the third quarter. A lot of time. We've got 13 minutes, 50 seconds to play, really, if you think about it.
Yep.
A lot of time.
A lot of time.
Do you remember, I don't know if some of the young folks at home watching tonight, do you remember, Jerome, the WAC football games when we were back in high school? We turn on those late games, the WAC conference, and the scores would be 51, 49, and it'd be in the third quarter.
Yep.
And you go, I got to watch this game. BYU's playing somebody out in the West. This has that type of game and flair and feel tonight. Ford giving to Kyler Smith. Kyler Smith dancing over the right side. He's going to pick up maybe 1. And that McDevitt defense tightening up. That's going to bring a third down and 7.
Very conservative again. And I mean, the last time he did this, it was a 3 and out. And I mean, again, I know you want to kill some clock, but right now, you got McDevitt. You're doing everything you need to do offensively with your quarterback, and you got to keep him honest by running the ball. But right now, your best play is putting the ball in Ford's hands and getting points on the board. And, that's what I would focus on, because we know McDevitt can score very quickly. 1 touchdown, and they're back in this game. Another touchdown, if they stop you, they've taken the lead.
Crusader crowd is up and dancing and screaming and jumping right now. Ford with that pump fake that he's been doing all night. Goes to Jake Scott on the left side. Scott running hard for the chains, but he will not get it. He's going to be a yard short. That's going to be a punting opportunity. Chance for McDevitt to get the ball back. Let's take a look at it. Just yard shy. Look at the pump fake, though, too. Watch that hard pump fake. Quick out.
Good defense.
And a good sustaining D, wasn't it? You're right.
It definitely was. Brings up a 4th down and about 3. And now you're going to give the ball back to Bishop McDevitt. And again, I don't know if I would punt to Robinson now. I mean, right now your kick coverage and your punt coverage really been having some problems. And that's all they need is another quick score. And they're going to kick it to him.
Robinson fielding the ball at about the 18. Bounces right. Crossing the 30-yard line, almost trips up, staying on his feet, and he's going to give. Yeah, I know, Jerome. I mean, now,
listen to me.
I've talked to you about this many times. This is one of the cases where you're calling, you're playing special teams coach. You're like, don't give it to him.
Don't give it to him.
Now you know.
No, now you know. I mean, you are okay. You did the thing where hey, I'm gonna roll up to my guys, let them do their thing. Well, we did that, and he took one to the house.
Yeah.
And then you did it again, and he almost took one to the house, and then he almost took another one in the house. And you got to realize, what? We can't keep doing this, because right now we have this game in control. We give up another one to the house without any time coming off the clock. Right. We're in a game,
right.
and now you can't keep doing that. So now you have a Cedar Cliff player down too. So I mean, this is what it's all about, man. It's football. It's October. It's cold, which I don't like, and but right. it's just a great game right now in the Keystone, and they're putting on a clinic for all the college scouts out there that's looking at talent, man. Ford has already decided where he's going to go. I believe the other guys are going to be declaring pretty soon.
We have an injury timeout. We'll be back with more of this High School Sports Live on ABC 27.
Some of my favorite memories are set in the warm summer sun. These memories are so important to protect, just like my family. You can find that protection with the Capital Region Insurance Agency. Affordable protection and superior service from Erie Insurance. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Call the Capital Region Insurance Agency for a quote today. 717-731-1142.
11 seconds remaining on the clock here in the third quarter. A whole fourth quarter play. If you're just tuning in, you've got a really special game here going on. Record-setting pace. Marsilio. dumping off to Tyrone Gibson. Gibson's going to be drugged down. And you like the call?
I definitely like the call, because right now, you get the one thing about Bishop McDevitt, they have athletes all over the place, and you got to get the ball into their hands, and they got to get them into their hands quickly, and that's what you saw on the play. Marcilio gets the ball out quickly, first down. Again, you're now on the other side of the 50 with an opportunity to try to put points on the board. If you're a Cedar Cliff, you have to tackle. That has been the biggest thing right now. Is these guys are running rough shot through your defense.
First down and 10 from the 45. Give on the right side to Robinson.
Andre Robinson on the carry, brought down by Nick Borowski.
Robinson to pick up about
That's the end of the third quarter.
4. Second down and 6 coming up here in the fourth quarter. And that's it for 3 in the books. More with this fourth quarter action after these messages.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports. Wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking. Exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
Prize at the Orange for Owen Stable.
Second down and 6. Fresh 12 on the clock, fourth quarter action. McDevitt with the ball. Marcilio's given to Robinson. Robinson over the middle, keeping those legs moving, never stopping. Going to be tackled and wrestled down. And I mean, when I say wrestled, he was absolutely wrestled by Garrett Villar. Garrett Villar is 6'3", 200 pounds, and it took every bit of those 200 pounds to wrestle him down. And you've said it before, Robinson keeps the legs moving. He's got that motor.
He does. I mean, he's hard to bring down. Now they bring in Lawson, who, along with him. So you have Lawson and Robinson together on the field at the same time. That gives you even more just power in that offensive backfield when both of them are in the backfield together. You don't know who's getting it.
First down and 10, the ball on the 29-yard line.
Wow.
Marcilio's pass is intercepted. And still on his feet is Nate Orris, and Nate's going to be tackled about the 18-yard line, and that is a momentum killer.
Yeah, it is, and that's Marcilio's fourth turnover. He's been picked 3 times, and he fumbled the ball. So he's not having. This is probably he's not having a good game at all. Probably his worst game this year. Just throwing the ball, and still they're still in the game. So now it comes back to the defense.
And I tell you, how elusive was Nate Orris. What a big play out of the senior. Stepping in, getting a big stop. I tell you what, had McDevitt scored there.
That was a huge stop.
Cedar Cliff. Ford rolling to his left. Cedar Cliff with the ball. Going to throw out of bounds, incomplete. And the flags go down.
I think they're going to call it for grounding.
It's going to be a
receiver in the area.
Grounding. Now Ford's trying to state his case and say there was somebody over there. But those quarterbacks always see
someone over there. Oh yeah, they always see somebody over there.
Let's see what our call is. It's going to be waived. So
it's going to be waived. I guess they did see somebody over there then.
Now, I want to know what Andrew Ford is going to be studying at Virginia Tech. Is it law? Because he did a pretty good job.
Well, some of the high school football scores in the area. Lower Dauphin up big on Palmyra, 56-0. Middletown, 14, Bowling Springs 6. Susquehanna Township is down 31-28 to Mechanicsburg. Central Dauphin up big, 28-7 on Carlisle. East Pennsboro 50, Camp Hill 7. Lancaster Catholic 42, Cedar Cliff 14. Hershey 35, Redland 32. Steel High 40, Milton Hershey 6, and that is a big one.
It's a bit of a surprise there.
Definitely. I mean, I think everybody thought that would have been a better game. It's home. Milton Hershey's undefeated. Steel High only losses against Susquehanna, and that was a disqualification game where both teams were disqualified. So Steel High is, is truthfully by play is undefeated as well.
3rd down and 2. Up high, wow. Connects across the 50-yard line, but they're going to call him out of bounds.
No,
he called it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they would have to wave it out.
They didn't wave it out. That was an actual pass and catch. I thought he was definitely a good catch, but I thought for a second that he was out of bounds, but he's not.
And that was Malone again.
Malone is all night long. I mean, Malone is always on that other end of that great ball over that shoulder by Ford. That's Noah Malone. Noah Malone's had quite a game, probably one of his best games ever.
Quite a game. He really has. And again, Ford right now, great when they need a play. He gives it to him. Malone helps him out.
Kyler Smith running steady on the left side. He's going to be tackled by Nate Moreau. And Gregory Otters-Payne will come up also to assist on the tackle. 2nd down and 9, 10:09 to play here in the 4th quarter. Jim Catafio coming, taking over the Cedar Cliff program, and he has just done an absolutely fantastic job. He has his team right here in a big Keystone matchup Friday night on the road.
On the road, yep.
Here at McDevitt, up 49-34, 2nd down and 9, ball on the 49-yard line. Ford rolling to his right, looking downfield, will connect.
Wow, big time.
For a 1st down to Jake Scott. Woo. Jake Scott has 3 touchdowns on the night. Scott's had a season high, career high tonight as well. 3 touchdowns over 125 yards.
You see Ford, he surveys the field, gets some pressure, rolls out to his right this time and throws a strike. So, we talked about him rolling out to his left and seeing what he's doing. That's when he rolls out to his left, he's very, very good. There he rolled out to his right, did the exact same thing.
1st down and 10, the ball on the 40-yard line for Cedar Cliff. Long count for Ford. Ford giving to Kyler Smith. Kyler Smith on the right side. He's going to pick up about 1, call it 2. He's going to be wrestled down by Anthony Long.
Brought down by Mike Perlosky.
And Mike Perlosky.
And there that defense stiffens up again against the run. Running, they've had some good opportunities, Cedar Cliff, but overall, you got to give it to this McDevitt run defense. They are solid. We knew that coming in. That defensive line was doing a monster job. They are a big group up front, and they play very, very tough football.
Time's ticking away here for Bishop McDevitt. Cedar Cliff. 2nd down and 8, the ball on the 38-yard line. Twin receivers here on your screen. 1 single receiver to the right. Gives to Kyler Smith. Kyler Smith not getting much.
Not at all.
When he tackled, he lost some yards. Anthony Long coming up and making a great play. Take a look at Anthony Long. Man, a minute.
Yeah, he's and he's a 10th grader too.
10th grader. I mean, the size and strength, that's a big 10th grader.
Yeah, I mean, not only is he a 10th grader, I mean, he plays pretty aggressive. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're a college recruit. You're looking at some of these kids, and you're like, man, I can't even talk to some of them. I can't wait to talk to them because these guys, I mean, these are big-time players, and they're young. And that's what we talked about with this McDevitt team. There's a lot of youth on this team. Everybody sees how good they are and them being undefeated, but they got to realize that they're a very young team.
3rd down and 9, interception by Perlosky. Perlosky's going to take it possibly to the house. Cross the 20. Touchdown, Mike Perlosky. Look at this. Bishop McDevitt back in the ball game.
They're back in the ball game for the first time all day long. Ford makes a big mistake. That was a huge one right there.
Wow.
That was a huge mistake. play.
It's not over.
And what you saw was pressure, and then he delivers a ball that just did not need to be thrown. Pulaski was sitting there waiting for it, takes it to the house, and they are in this game. This is a great game, and I know you folks at home watching this game on TV, you're being treated to a really good game here.
It's special what we're seeing here tonight. Total of 89 points put on the board.
Wow.
And I want to make sure, let's call it up and good. Swaggart's kick is good. 49-41. More on High School Sports Live at ABC 27 after these messages.
Wow.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
49-41, 7:34 to play. Just like that, an 8-point game. Mike Pulaski's interception. Ford dropped back. Didn't see Pulaski. Pulaski stepped up, took it to the house, and here we are, an 8-point game. And Kyler Smith taking the ball over the left side across the 30-yard line. And I wasn't sure he was going to pick it up. He picked it up, made something happen. He's going to give Cedar Cliff pretty good field position. Let's see how Ford handles this little bit of adversity coming his way now. Up 8, 7:28 to play. Let's go back to the play. Take a look at it.
Well, what you see is the pressure. From this play, it's just the ball gets picked up and he's just taking it up the field, and that's what you do. You want to take the ball up the field. But on the interception, Ford gets pressure right in his face, and once he gets that pressure, he doesn't even crank it. He just throws the ball trying to get rid of it, I think, and right there, Pulaski just takes it from him.
Kyler Smith on the right side, not much to him, coming up and making an amazing hit is Nate Monroe.
Well,
wow.
It energized this team. I tell you what, McDevitt is energized right now. They are ready to roll. They are playing very, very tough. And, the clock is still rolling, though. But right now, Cedar Cliff has to do something offensively and try to get some first downs. They have to.
JoJo Heaton also coming up to make the tackle. Son of Joe Heaton at Susquehanna Township. Susquehanna Township in a really dogfight right now, down 31-28 to Mechanicsburg, as we said earlier. 6:50 to play, second down and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line for Cedar Cliff. Rolling to his right is Ford. Ford looking downfield, he connects. He connects to his favorite target, if you want to call that out, if you spread the ball around tonight, that's Jake Scott.
Brings up a third down and manageable 3. And they have, you have to get this first down. You have to start getting first downs because you don't want to give the ball back to Bishop McDevitt. You can't. Right now, the way they're playing, and it's not just the way they're playing, they're energized right now. So you don't want to give the ball back to them if you don't have to. So as you can see them taking clock, but putting the ball in the quarterback's hands and letting him see if he can get his team downfield.
I want to apologize to all Bishop McDevitt fans. Not that I ever counted them out of it, but that's why this team's so special. Coming right back in the game, down 8. Shotgun formation, third down and 3. The give on the right side. They're going to pick it up and move the chains.
That was big.
Big old play.
That was a big play.
Jaden Dimmy this sophomore gets his first carry of the game.
He gets a first down.
And
that's
he picks it up, yeah.
Grow up, young man, and that's exactly what he did. Now you can get the clock going.
5:43 to play here. Take another look at the give on the right side here to the sophomore. He runs hard.
He just runs very hard up the field. And now the big thing for Cedar Cliff is they got to protect the football. No more turnovers. They turn the ball over. They want to see if they can string together some first downs and see if you can take this clock down and not give McDevitt the ball back.
Sean Jenkins come up to make the tackle. Shotgun formation. First down and 10, 45. Give on the right side is Kyler Smith. Kyler Smith's going to be held up by Perlowski and the gang.
Get about 3.
It's going to be a second down and 7. Ball be spotted on the about.
Second and 6, the ball on the 39-yard line.
It's going to be spotted about the 49.
And again, Ford and the Cedar Cliff team is just taking their time, trying to kill as much clock as possible. They have the ball, second down, and a long 6 to go. And you know, again, you get another first down, you start to put the pressure back on McDevitt to stop you.
You stay run here, not put it in the air?
I mean, at this point, you're trying to kill clock. So I think now it's time to do it. You just got to make sure that you get the yardage, and I think that's the thing. You got to get the yardage.
Cedar Cliff's going to need a timeout. 4:24 to play here. Second down and 6, fourth quarter.
I think that's the key, is they got to get first downs. And if they can get first downs, they can drain the clock right out. Because you don't want to give the McDevitt team the ball back. You do not want to give the ball back. Well, people at home, we always love to do it, the hit parade. Clean hits all day, and this has been a good game for hits. And you see, you know, guys are just playing lights out football in central Pennsylvania. The gang tackling, the coming up, the stick-in plays in the backfield. The, you know, shrugging people off you when you're running the ball. Get off of me. Get off of me on the hit parade. When you swarm into the ball, making a play, even the quarterback gets in the hit parade because you got to get Ford down. You got to get them down. So the hit parade brought to you by Pack Financial Hit Parade.
Boy, Jerome, I tell you what, you get so excited for the hit parade.
I love the hit parade.
I'm afraid you're going to hit me sometimes.
You know
I got to be honest with you.
Believe me, I've considered it. You know what I mean? With the hit parade, I just, you know, sometimes if you ain't notice it, you didn't notice it. I'm looking at you sometimes when I'm saying the hit parade, and
That's
I'm like,
right.
you know what? I'm getting ready to strap up and take you out.
Shotgun formation, back to action, second down to 6. Ball in the 49. Throwing it up, putting it in the air. He's done it all night. His pass, Ford's pass is incomplete to Monroe. I've seen that same pass connect to Monroe here. You remember that pass touchdown earlier, left side, first half action. He threw the ball up there, the back shoulder, and Monroe took it.
Yeah, this time it seemed like the defense was a little more ready for it on that play. Now it brings up a third down. This is a big third down for both teams, because if Cedar Cliff can get the first down, they can drain some more clock. If McDevitt doesn't, whoo, it's something else.
Keystone Division on the line here, 49-41. It'd be a three-way tie if Cedar Cliff would prevail. Third down to 6. Biggest conversion in the Keystone right now this year. Ford back to pass, rolling out, falling off his back shoulder, throws the ball up in the air, and he connects it.
There's a flag.
And a flag down. I don't know if it's going to be offensive pass interference or defensive pass interference.
I don't know if it's interference at all. It could be holding offensive.
It's going to be incomplete. I thought it was over on the far side. I thought it was thrown. It's going to be holding.
Yep.
It's going to back Bishop McDevitt up. You hear the crowd. I thought I saw the flag thrown way back here.
Yeah, and that's it. Anytime you see the flag thrown in the backfield, typically it's a holding situation by the offensive line, and that's exactly what you saw.
But I thought I saw one thrown, and maybe it was picked up. It was thrown on the other side of the marker back there. That's where I called the pass interference, but it wasn't. It's holding, backing him way up.
Yep, and it's third and a lot.
Third down and way long.
In Maryland.
Or 3rd and 23 it's going to be. The ball's now on the 32-yard line.
Now again, you know, if you're Cedar Cliff, you do not want to, you know, make a mistake here. I mean, you definitely don't want to make a mistake here. If you have to punt the ball, you punt the ball. But, you know, offensive line has to protect.
He had 3 receivers to his left. Ford did. Ford throws down the middle. The ball was thrown on the money. No flags.
And Cedar Cliff, their bench is going nuts right now because they believe that was a flag. I think it was a great defensive play. I really do. I think it was a good defensive play. Good throw, good route. I just think it was a good defensive play. Ford puts it on the money. It's just that it's a good defensive play. Oh, well, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. Tyrone Gibson.
Maybe. He got there a little early.
But look where the ball is thrown. Look at that ball.
Yep.
It's thrown right where you want to throw it.
Right where you want to throw it. But
coming over to make a great play.
Hey, it's a good defensive play. If the ref didn't call it, it's a good defensive play, and that's what happened.
Tyrone Gibson making a good defensive play.
Yeah, I wouldn't kick to anyone. Yep, I don't see a problem with that. I would not kick it to any of them back there. Robinson, no way. No. 3:37, 49-41. You're up one possession. This is the big defensive stand for the Cedar Cliff team. If you got to rally the troops, and you got to say, look, we got to tackle, and we got to tackle well. We got to play, see if we can get a turnover, but let's tackle. 3:37, Marsilio, he's probably going to put the ball in the air. He's going to have to at some point, so you got to tackle.
Marsilio's telling his backs where to be, his receivers. He sends Gibson back over here to his right side. Kobe White on his left, shotgun. Coming across again. White looking for some room, going to bring it all the way on the other side of the field. And Kyler Smith's going to come up to make a tackle with the host of Cedar Cliff.
And that was good defensive play. Everybody kept contained. A lot of running around, but nowhere to go. And that's what you have to do, is you have to commit to coming up and making a play. And that's exactly what the Cedar Cliff defense did. It keeps the clock going. Right now, and McDevitt got to look at that clock. You're up. You're down 41-49. One possession. You just went back 4 yards. What do you got?
2nd and 13, ball on the 40-yard line. Keystone Division matchup.
Okay, there's like no one in the area at all on that play.
Marsilio's pass is connected to Marsico. Marsico, the sophomore, across the left side.
Pass complete to Alex Marsico.
Marsico's wide open in the flat. Marsilio hits him. There's not a defender within 10 yards of him. Easy pitch and catch, first down.
That's going to be a 1st down and 10. McDevitt moving. When we talk about this Keystone matchup, it could be, if Cedar Cliff held on, could be a 3-way tie between them, Lower Dauphin, Bishop McDevitt. The give is to Robinson. Robinson bouncing outside, staying on his feet. Look out! Crossing the 30-yard line, the crowd all stood up. I stood up. You stood up.
And more importantly, he got out of bounds.
He got out of bounds to stop the clock. Take a look at the play here. Man, oh man. Goes up the middle, bounces outside just when he needs to.
2 missed tackles. And that's what it's been and with Robinson all year. Just defenders just can't get him to the ground, and that's been an issue. And again, we're sitting up here and we're seeing it again with Cedar Cliff. They have not tackled well when it comes to Robinson for most of the game, which have allowed him to really do well offensively.
Marsilio back to pass. Oh, he had his receiver, threw it a little high. He missed Tyrone Gibson.
Well, and here's the thing. If he didn't throw it high, that could have been picked. I mean, if this was on the money, that could have been picked off. I mean, I'm telling you, there was a defender right there, right through the Kyle Smith almost gets his hands on that ball, and he could have slammed the door shut on this game with a pick.
Got a player down and can't quite identify who it is. We'll be back with more football. Don't go anywhere. 2:37 to play. Stay tuned.
Thinking of a new Ford? Think no more. Let Hoffman Ford make it easy for you during their 60th anniversary sales event. 60 new Fords, 60 hours to sell at $60 under invoice. Yes, all vehicles will be clearly marked at $60 below invoice. Plus, you receive all factory incentives, interest rates as low as 0%, and rebates as high as $5,750. And during this sale, you'll receive 115% of Kelley Blue Book Fair Trade for your present car at Harrisburg's premier Ford dealer. Online at HoffmanFord.com.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Ruff Tractor celebrates its 55th year in business, serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Groff also offers 24/7 job site support. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
2:37 to play. We've got a great one. High School Sports Live. I mean, what a great game to pick, to put on TV, to put on. I mean, Charlie Fortin and the gang found this one. First High School Sports Live game coming up here on ABC 27 this evening. And we've got a doozy. Marsilio back to pass. His pass is complete to Bryce Hall. And they're going to move the chains. It's going to be a first down.
Well, no, I think it's short. Just slightly short.
Okay, we're
Bring up
short.
a third down and a 1.
Let's call it a 1, half a yard, half of a 1. Marsilio getting the call from Coach Richter.
And the clock is still going. 2 minutes, 10, 9, and it's still rolling. So
McDevitt really doesn't necessarily have to rush this play call.
No, they don't have to rush at all.
Third down and 1 here. 3rd and 1. The give is to Robinson. Robinson shrugs off somebody.
Again, tackles.
Wow.
Uh-oh, he may have coughed it up.
Now, no, Cedar Cliff gets it.
He coughed it up.
Maybe the play of the year.
He coughed it up. Robinson coughed it up. And that could have, you're talking about the biggest play of the game. And you see like 2 of the best players on the field right now. You see Ford throws an interception for a touchdown. Robinson trying to get the extra yards. You can't fault him for this one. Oh, it comes out.
It comes out.
It comes out. He's trying to make every effort to make a play. He's your big guy, make big plays in big games. He tries to make a play. The ball comes out. Ford on the one side throws a pick 6. Robinson comes back with a chance to even the game up, and he fumbles the ball.
Give to Skylar Smith. Skylar Smith had a great night. Kyler Smith, excuse me, has had a great night tonight. Listen, first of all, he caused that fumble and recovered it.
He did. I mean, that's Iron Man football. You're playing both ways. McDevitt want to, try to preserve some clock, so they're going to use their timeouts here. And again, for you, I know the fans at home, you're sharing this just like we are here. This is an exciting game. I know we're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it at home in the confines. The difference is you're warmer than we are, but I hope you're enjoying it just like we are and having a good time, as we're able to bring this game to you. And I know we're excited to do it.
Unbelievable. We've had quite a night. I mean, at some point it looked like Cedar Cliff might just really, and there's Robinson. I'm going to hold that thought. Robinson there on the sideline, just very frustrated. And you know what? He's such a great kid.
Oh, he is.
He was just trying to make a play.
Trying to make a play. Great kid. Great back. I mean, everyone has that moment, but that can't take away from his game and his season so far. He's having just an amazing game.
Kyler Smith running real hard. Did he get the first down?
He got it.
Short, he got it.
He got the first down.
Man.
So now McDevitt, they're using up their timeouts. And they only have one more timeout to use. And actually, they didn't use a timeout.
First down and 10. They've got 2 timeouts yet. So how they use it is going to be really interesting. First down and 10. The ball's on the 28-yard line for Cedar Cliff. They're going to take their time here in this huddle, take their time on this call. Bishop McDevitt was knocking on the door. Fumbled by Robinson. Gives the ball back to Cedar Cliff. Give to Kyler Smith, running really hard. He's going to be drugged down by Monroe.
Right. This is the kind of game that, you record it, you watch it again. Friday Night Football comes on with Greg Mace. You turn on Friday Night Football and watch the highlights, man, because it gives you an amazing, just an amazing shot at this game. And this couldn't have been any better. And again, some may not have expected this. Some may have expected Bishop McDevitt to pretty much, run this game, but, you can't discount what Cedar Cliff brings to the table.
Second down and 6, 1 minute to go. The ball's going to be spotted at about the 32-yard line. Bishop McDevitt's taking a timeout. They've got one more timeout left.
Right.
and we got to look at how this will play out.
Well, the key is going to be, can Cedar Cliff get another first down? I mean, if Cedar Cliff gets another first down, they will then get enough downs to be able to kill the clock for the rest of the game, most likely. There's only a minute left. But if Bishop McDevitt holds here, then they'll use their last timeout. It'll bring up a third down. So this is important right here. They definitely want to get the ball back, but if you're Cedar Cliff, you want to get a first down.
The give on the left side.
Close.
Goes to the sophomore. That's Jaden Demi crossing the left side. He was very close. It's going to bring up a third down in about, looks like he needs 2.
And now the last timeout.
Tyler Smith on the carry.
Now you're going to see Bishop McDevitt burn their timeout.
We'll have to see how much time that they could hold here. Punt coming out, 3rd down and 1.
Well, it's 3rd and 1. This is a big one.
Big play here.
If Cedar Cliff gets this, they can pretty much run the clock down. The game's over. Bishop McDevitt stops. Cedar Cliff is still going to try to kill as much clock as possible before they punt this ball, and maybe even get a get a penalty for taking too much time and still punt the ball, because you want to run that clock down if you don't get it. So this is huge. 51 seconds left. 41 Bishop McDevitt, 49 Cedar Cliff. The stars that are aligned on both teams, they all came out today for this game. Defensively, offensively, it's been an amazing game.
3rd down and 1, 51 seconds. And he's going to be stopped. Long come up to make the tackle in the backfield for a loss. Tyler Smith on the carry. He'll pick up the loss. There's 42 seconds, 40 seconds, clock counting. Look at this hit. You talk about hit rate early. Whoa. Busting through there. He blew it.
And the ball came loose, too. And did the ball come loose? It looked like it came loose, but good hit. Cedar Cliff is going to just milk the clock down, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're milking the clock down.
So you figure they're going to have to punt the ball away with about, but they're going to call a timeout. They're going to milk it down to what they get. Their timeout's going to come right now.
10 seconds.
So they'll have to punt the ball with 10 seconds.
So if you're Bishop McDevitt, you're coming at this punt with everything you have.
Sending the house.
You're sending the house to try to block this. And if you're Cedar Cliff, you just want to get the ball away. I mean, it does. And I'm not trying to kick it to any return person right now.
So kick it out of bounds.
This ball needs to go out of bounds. It needs just kick it. I mean, you get a good punt, you try to cover it, you just get this ball out of bounds. You don't want a return that can end the game, or get tie this up with a potential tie with a run back or a touchdown.
Wow. It's come down to the last 10 seconds. An 8-point game. McDevitt with the fight, never out of the game.
Never out of it.
Never stop fighting. No matter what happens, this whole situation, this was a war. This was a Keystone War. This is one to be talked about for many years. And I venture to say, if you're going to ask Jim Catafio, he's had so many big wins. Is this maybe one of the biggest wins he might remember in his
career? If he gets it, you're assuming that the win is going to stick. We don't know that yet. Oh, that's even better, because it just took you down to 1 second. 1 second on the clock. So that punt ended up being a brilliant punt, because it hit the ground, and instead of Kobe White fielding it, he didn't field it. It ended up bouncing, taking off more seconds on the clock. Now you have 1 second left on the clock.
And that's what I was alluding to. If they held on, and I really said if they hold on,
still an if,
would it be the biggest one? 1 second to go, 49-41. Don't call anything. 1st down and 10, ball 31-yard line. We know they have big play material. Let's see what the decision will be here.
Now, again, I'm not one to just rush 3 guys. I would send a 4th guy in a delay just to get more pressure. I never like seeing a quarterback just sit back there and have time to just haul the ball.
How about a hook and ladder, but we don't have it set up here. Arcilia rolling out to his left. He's staying on his feet. He's going to have time. He's going to look downfield. He's not going to be maybe he will get it off.
No, he won't get it off.
He's going to pick up a block, and he's throwing downfield. with everything he has, and that's going to be it. It will be actually intercepted. Kyler Smith kept really both feet in.
And McDevitt has gone down.
The upset has happened. Cedar Cliff comes away with this one 49-41. It was a great game, a war.
It was
is
a
the
war.
best way to describe it.
And you have to give it to both of these teams. Let's first give the hats off to Cedar Cliff. The game plan was very good. The receivers did very well. Andrew Ford is as advertised. He lit it up today. And then you got to give your hats off to Bishop McDevitt. They were tested today by a very good team. You saw, Robinson have a very good game. He still did what he does. He made a mistake, but he did what he does in this game. And you just saw a good team prepared. And Cedar Cliff was able to come out on top.
Stay tuned for our post game. More after these messages.
Purchasing a certified or a pre-owned vehicle can sometimes be scary. Here at Faulkner Honda, we like to take the fear out of the car buying experience. Our sales staff's going to help you find the right vehicle at the right price. And if you don't believe me, ask my little buddy.
Just say, show me the Carfax.
Faulkner Honda on Paxton Street, or visit us on the web at faulknerhonda.com to be sure.
It's here, whether you enjoy hunting or fishing, discovering history or cutting-edge technology.
It's here. From delicious chocolate to professional sports, wild roller coasters to endless shopping.
It's here. From fine dining to home-style cooking, exciting nightlife to small-town charm. Dauphin County has it all.
No surprise we were voted the 12th most livable region in the nation.
It's here. You should be here too.
The Amish are masters of quality craftsmanship, and Penn Dutch Furniture in Shrewsbury brings you locally handcrafted furniture. You'll find quality-made dining room and bedroom furniture to living rooms, desks, hutches, bookcases, and more. There are many choices and styles of wood to create the ambiance you wish your home to have. We even custom make furniture. Heirloom furniture at its best. Penn Dutch Furniture at the markets at Shrewsbury in the Blue Roof Building. Open Monday through Saturday, conveniently located off of I-83, or visit their website at PennDutchFurnitureStore.com.
The newly redesigned Faulkner Subaru is here with many upgrades you'll truly love.
Lease the all-new 2014 Subaru Outback for $296 a month for 42 months. Or a 2014 Subaru Legacy for $235 a month for 36 months. The newly designed Faulkner Subaru, located on Paxton Street in Harrisburg, or online at faulknersubaru.net.
To adopt Rad, please contact the Harrisburg Humane Society.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
As you can see, last year I was just a little kid. Advanced Hoop shows me and my friends dribbling, shooting, and defense. Our favorite game is dribbling knockout and shooting knockout. Advanced Hoops!
Join us for our Christmas clinic and winter skill builders for ages 5 to 14. Register online or call today.
It's time for the Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game, and this is our Faulkner Honda To Be Sure post game. Jerome, we had a great one here tonight, and this is our play of the game. Knocking on the door, down 8, 49-41. This guy's been making plays all year. Unfortunately, Kyler Smith came up, the senior. You'll see him come up and make a play here. He got his helmet on the ball and then recovered the fumble.
And again, Robinson just, he's doing what he does. He shrugged guys off. He makes a play. He does that, and bam, the ball comes loose. That pretty much slammed the door on Bishop McDevitt's comeback attempt. Because you figure, this game, there were several times McDevitt was pretty much out of the game, and then all of a sudden it changes.
And then our player of the game, the Hoffman Ford player of the game, was Andrew Ford. He was sensational.
He was.
Over 350 yards passing, 7 touchdowns.
And I'll tell you what, he had one mistake, which is the pick 6, but he is as advertised. His accuracy, you're seeing him healthy now, and I think that's the biggest thing. I think last week against Lower Dauphin, he was not healthy. He played. They were talking about not even playing him. He ended up playing, but I'm not going to slight Lower Dauphin for what they did.
Right,
I mean, they did what they did. They played and they did their thing. So there you get a good look at the snapshot of the Cedar Cliff team huddling up with this big win, and now you get a 3-way tie for the Keystone.
Let's take a look at the highlights. And it started off right away.
Why do you kick to him?
Cedar Cliff came out, punted.
Why do you kick to him?
3 and out. Robinson goes 45-plus yards down the sideline, never touched.
I don't know why you kicked him.
You keep saying that, and that's true. Touchdown. Right back at you, 2 yards outside. On the right side, they go up 13-0. Bobby Swaggart missed the point after. But the next possession for Cedar Cliff results in a touchdown, a connection to Scott with a varsity extension into the end zone. Ford comes back next, gets the punt, comes back over, touchdown Jake Scott. They go up 14-13 on the point after. And then he starts settling in and gets in a rhythm.
Yeah,
he goes touchdown to Smith on that side. Marcilio back. He goes 1 out. And at this point, the game's 21-19. Don't stop. Look at this ball. Backside shoulder, left side, touchdown.
Only the receiver can get it.
That was an unbelievable play to Nate Monroe. I mean, we just had so many big ones. And then you can't count this guy out. Lawson, who had 4 carries tonight, but that one for a touchdown gets a big hole. But then a great play on the left side here.
Wow.
Sets up another touchdown. 3 for that guy tonight.
Big time throw right there.
Monroe has 3 touchdowns on his left side. And look at Scott.
That was right.
How in the world did he make that play right there?
Catch it again.
It was a night of highlights.
And then it's just, we've seen what this kid can do, and he just does his thing.
And stays on his feet, breaks tackles, and takes it to the end zone.
Without a doubt, one of the best backs in the area, and he's definitely has to be ranked there in the nation. And I'll tell you what, he's only a junior. He's coming back.
Then last but not least, the pick 6 to Mike Pulaski. Pulaski takes it all the way home, keeps the ball on the left side, steps in the end zone, 49-41. They got the ball back, and that's when actually Robinson, knocking on the door in the red zone, fumbled the ball. They got it back. They ran the clock out, and that's where we're at.
Didn't Pulaski make your all-star team? The all-steel
mill team. He's made the all-steel mill team. We've got a lot of guys that made that decision.
But here's the thing. You didn't even say anything about the all-steel mill team today.
I was quiet. I was cold.
A lot of recipients.
This was your high school sports live game of the week on ABC 27. Cedar Cliff comes away with the victory. A 3-way tie now between Lower Dauphin at 7-1, Cedar Cliff at 7-1, and Bishop Devitt at 7-1. I'm Todd McCall, along with my partner Jerome Presley from Faulkner Honda, Faulkner Subaru, PHFA, and Invicta Sports, and all the crew. We want to thank you. Stay tuned tonight on ABC 27 for Friday Night Football. You want to see these highlights again. Next week, we've got another matchup. Gary Sutton and Jerome Presley will be down in York with a great one. More high school sports live. Basketball coming up in the season 2. Good night.
Good night.